Welcome back to the Talltale Tavern. I am your tavern master and host, Kyle. Joining me back at the bar for this recording. This is easy for him because he never remembers what is going on during these episodes anyway. Scott is here. Welcome, Scott.
And I don't remember what happened last time either. So, all right.
Also here, she awaits to be whisked away to the whimsical realm of make-believe. Kitty, welcome back, Kitty.
Hello.
You won't have to wait much longer because we're about to go back into this whimsical world of this spaceship in space.
Yes,
I guess.
quite whimsical.
It's also here. You talking Yuan-Ti to me? Bones. Welcome, Bones.
I'm talking Yuan-Ti to you today.
Good. Awesome. Excellent. And last but not least, the person most likely to look directly at the camera and say, wait, what is the fourth wall? Welcome back, Ryan, our DM for the adventure.
Thank you.
Well, we are all aboard this spaceship in space trying to figure out who we are, what we're supposed to do. Ryan, go ahead and take it away.
Boreal Lighthorn has just finished his fourth ale. His voice is a little loose around the hinges, and his accent has drifted several miles west of where it began. And you see, that's where the real trouble began. He takes a long swallow of his ale and wipes his beak with his wing. He unsteadily checks a timepiece on his wrist and then verifies it against one on the back corner of Talltale Tavern. Shortly thereafter, pulling a small newsboy-style hat out of his brown cargo shorts, and he thumbs his wing around the brim for a moment before placing it on the bar top. Namby's right eye twitched, which was highly unusual and, among her friends, generally considered a sign that someone nearby was about to get a well-deserved comeuppance. Boyle reached for another ale, missed slightly, and then made the sort of dignified recovery only available to the confidently inebriated, almost spilling it on his newscap. Namby scanned the room and was more than a little alarmed to find that the patrons of Talltale Tavern appeared utterly enraptured by Boreal Lighthorn's story. A story which, up to this point, had featured very little sense, less structure, and an astonishing number of suspiciously convenient plot devices. Boots of premature confidence, mirror of selective honesty, the commemorative mug of heroic endurance, pendant of Triodone's misery, Destra's fork of many unnatural uses? What? Namby shook her head and fought the urge to roll her eyes so hard she strained something.
So what exactly was the trouble?
Boreal swiveled his head at a really awkward 175 degrees. Ah, you see, sister, that was the trouble, isn't it? They didn't know what the trouble was. No memories, right? I was there with Lyseri. Oh, Lyseri? Yeah, you know her. Auntie Marm. Anyway, yeah, I was there in the command and control room. We was scrying and monitoring, but proper communication had already been cut off. But those Modrons, those little mechanical busy bastards, they had a task for them. Now, where was I? Right. They were just suiting up.
Destra is a drow with a white-haired pixie cut, and she's got violet eyes. So she begins by reaching for the two gilded short swords of the close shave, picks them up, examines them, does a little spin on either one, and says, "These will do." And throws them into a belt loop. Then she grabs this field plate, this half plate armor, and the camera lens, if you can imagine with me, zooms in on her left side as she's like strapping it. Very snappy cut frames of this montage at each point where she's like tightening it on. And then lastly,
We got like an
she
Edgar
reaches
Wright
for-
kind of vibe going on with the montage, right? We're cutting in close
Possibly.
to these snappy things.
You know film better than me. So lastly, she grabs this heavy crossbow that is flavored as a pulse bow with energy as its damage type. Radiance, sorry. And slings it over her shoulder and kind of just throws her shoulders forward with all the gear on her and says, I'm ready.
Loa is a Yuan-Ti, and in this world, these Yuan-Ti, they have some innate features, but they also clearly do some modifying. And as he swaps out the ugly brown work uniforms we were given, you see some, cybernetic modifications and stitches and scars and things like that. But he's still a pretty ugly snake man. And he puts on a sleeveless trench coat, very sci-fi looking, and does a swirl with it as he flips it over to equip it. Feels a lot cooler all of a sudden. Finds a weird crystal in the pocket, checks it, slides it back in there. And off of a table in front of him, he grabs this arc pistol, this laser sidearm, and it looks probably very lethal as a firearm, but he doesn't really know how to shoot a gun that well. Instead, it just kind of crackles and this spark of electricity jumps off of it and zaps his hand, and he kind of shakes it like it hurt, but for a second. Then he realizes he gets this nice jolt of power connecting with whatever weird implant that lets him do a shocking grasp, and decides oh, okay, that can work. And then the camera fast zooms right up into his face. It's not really Edgar Wright, because Edgar Wright kind of sucks now.
Yeah, he
it's
does.
more like Sam Raimi.
Okay.
It's classic Sam Raimi. But we, his lips curl into a smile. You see these two fangs, and then right in front of it, he lifts a mug to his mouth that says "World's Best Possible Champion." Takes a sip, and then is like, "Oh," and then it camera zooms away.
Awesome. Bell is lacing up his boots of premature confidence, and he takes the boot down. I assume it magically changes to the shape of his big taloned feet as an Aarakocra.
Okay.
But he's lacing him up, and you just see these shots of the laces going through and tightening, and he pulls it tight, and you hear his voiceover. You hear voiceover of Bell's voice. I don't know who I am. Tightens, and then he stands up, and then you see his face. You see his face with his beak and this gold prosthetic shines, and then the rest of his face is revealed with these burn marks down his neck. I don't know where I'm from. And then you see him move, and he starts to button up his vest that's this big golden cloak that he's gotten from this armory room. I don't know what I'm doing, and he buttons it up, but I know this, and he takes his gun that he has found, this Sunlance musket, that is a +1 musket that he can use as an arcane focus, and it goes down the barrel and fires, and this golden streak line fires out that kind of shimmers and stays in the air for a second. But I do know this. My name is Bell. He whips around. I'm a tutor of rich kids. And sometimes the best way to learn is trial by fire. And he whips out his wings and it's enveloped in flame and stands there.
Cool.
Can I actually talk about my clothes too? Because I made it super
Yeah.
bland.
Sure.
I don't even say what I. Yeah. Heck yeah, she's not gonna wear that stupid brown uniform anymore.
Yeah, get rid of that thing.
Yeah, that's gone. She's gonna reach over and grab this high collar, red vest, no sleeves, and it's got gold ornate edges to it. Beneath that, it's a kind of a bandagey style top, and she's got these baggy hakama pants that go to boots, half plate over that, for protection. But she's showing off her toned arm. She's got some greaves on, and so arm greaves, and she's got like tattoos across her arms and kind of rolling around her neck as well.
Awesome.
Whatever like cool, awesome like rock montage music was playing for like Kyle and everyone else's intros, like cuts down to just like some smooth jazzy drums as we go in tight on Brimble,
Nice.
the Firbolg's arm bracers of glamored studded leather as he tightens them on and starts doing some wrist snaps along with the music. And as he curls his arms up, they change from black to white, and we see he's wearing a very loose, silken ballroom style white shirt, exposing a lot of his Firbolg hair out the chest. And the camera goes down on his gyrating hips, wearing very tight fitting black tights down his legs, to his slippers of unreasonable competence that are doing a light soft shoe step along as he's getting more in touch with his College of Dance roots. And he kicks out his leg into a high kick and starts to do a ballet spin. And as he's doing that spin with his leg out, each time he goes around, he throws out a dagger of Last Dance at a target on the wall that's obviously there, and hits all four onto the bullseye before doing one final spin into a flourish, into a classic like show choir kid arm up in the air pose at the end, but he's pulled out seamlessly his rapier of +1 elegance in the moment, so he's got that up into the air. And he's heavy breathing as he finishes his little dance routine and looks at his pocket mirror of selective honesty and gives himself a wink as he's gotten in touch with his bard side.
Awesome.
Those slippers are putting in work.
One by one, each of you gears up in this beautiful action hero sequence. Armor buckled, weapons drawn, capes swept dramatically into place. Each movement full of confidence, destiny, and at least one avoidable flourish. Now you assemble yourself in front of the quadroons that have just marched in. And I need to know, what heroic pose do you each strike?
we know.
I'm still in it,
we know
just picture the poster of Hamilton where he's got his hand up, but there's a sword in it.
Perfect. So you've got Brimble in this Hamilton pose with the sword.
Bell is mid flight, just off the ground with his wings exposed. He's completely inflamed in fire right now, with one leg kind of like propped up in the air as he's like just standing, just flying just a little bit off the ground.
Great.
Loah is doing the intelligent guy of the anime group, where he's like very straight up and down and has like a weird hand pose in front of him, you know?
Yeah.
And like the other arm's probably like stretched straight down, but to the side, like just like at an angle doing, we don't know what he's doing.
Destra has one of her feet up on like maybe a foot high rock or mount or whatever, and is kind of leaning over down on it with one arm and just kind of like tensing up her forearm, you know, just flexing.
Getting some stretches in.
Just
Yeah.
flexing. As you strike this pose in front of the quadroons, a sudden gust of wind fills the chamber. Your capes billow magnificent behind you, feathers and hair ruffled, the beautiful Firbolg curly chest hairs just in the breeze blowing. The quadroons, to their credit, wait until the capes have fully settled before speaking in a flat, synchronized monotone. System assets, core protocol decrees immediate transit to level 165 due to organic life threat. Roll the intro. So as the music fades and you are standing there in front of the quadrones, they have just intoned to you that you must proceed to deck 165. And as you have been in the armory getting suited up, you remember hearing those massive breach doors that had slammed shut, presumably because of the fire that was in the hall. You can still see a little bit of the wisps of smoke that the ventilation system is not quite fully clearing from the hallway. The door through the armory to the hall and then to the left, you will be able to proceed out into the next area, which is, from what you had previously thought, taking you towards this organic threat.
Well, let's go then.
We all break from our like epic poses and then all like double check with each other. Like, so was it this way or where were we going? And the music stops and everything. Just hard shift.
Oh gosh! Oh, I'm like patting myself off from the fire. Is this? Can I just make it go away? Is it going to burn me? I think I'm fine. I think I'm
burning,
okay.
melting hole in the wall where you fired your gun off just to be cool.
Yeah, it's so true. There's sizzling on the sizzling part of the wall.
I got a dagger stuck in the dartboard. I'm trying to rip it out over here.
Put one foot on the wall, just kind of pulling with
yanking.
I'm trying a new cup of coffee. It's not like I pour a new one and taste it and it's still bad. Ugh. And I'm like, what is with this mug? And I can't figure it out.
With the beautiful montage and the great role play, you each get an actual heroic inspiration. Ooh, and you may also have a D4 +1 for core memory.
You gotta roll that then.
Wait, so we got two different things: heroic inspiration and core memory. Aren't those the same?
True heroic inspiration.
Those aren't the same.
They are
features.
Not the same. As you recall, the heroic inspiration is just the typical D&D heroic inspirations, but the D4 is your memory points that you can use to spend to unlock certain areas of your character sheet, since you are still not fully known of yourself.
Do you want us to roll for our how many points we got and go? Or is that what we were doing? We were like going through and saying how many we got on the roll or something?
I am perfectly good with that. And then if you choose you want to spend them now, we could do that, or we can bank them, which is all totally okay.
I'll bank mine for right now.
He's banking.
So we do have, if you want to do Destra, Loah, Bell, then Brimble. If you just want to roll your D4 +1 and see how many points you get.
Destra rolled a 2.
2. That was with your +1?
Oh, 3.
3. Okay, perfect.
I rolled a 1, so I have 2.
Right.
I have 3.
3.
3.
I also have 3.
Right.
Not strong rolls from anybody there, huh?
Yeah, I feel like I had a lot last time, and now I'm like, oh no.
I do want to spend at least 1.
Go for it.
I would like to know, what is my proficiency?
Your base proficiency is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's going to help me load up my attack bonus and all that jazz.
Say jazz. I start doing a little jazz routine.
Good.
Fossy.
Oh, but very light on your feet, sir.
Wow. As you step out into the corridor, you do see across from you is the front of the Anti-Marm's brown delivery vehicle ship that has crashed through the doors that you couldn't originally get out of, which had led you to crawling through the ventilation duct. As you look at that, your eyes just quickly glance over the area. You see off to the right, there is some of the signage that was pointing the way towards further into the depths of this station. You saw the signs for the lift. You saw the sign over the doors to the room you couldn't originally get out of. And then to your left, it had the sign that was pointing towards the observation deck, which is now where those massive breach doors have opened up. And you can just see from where you are that there appears to be just a beautiful scene of the starry astral sea that you can just start to get glimpses of from where you are, but you'll have to, of course, move further towards those doors to actually look in and see about.
Aren't we on deck 165?
Yes, you are.
And that's where the organic
Life threat.
life threat is?
That's what the quadrone
Yeah.
said.
Now hold on a second, but we're organic life. Uh-oh.
Do they seem, the Modrons, do they seem like their temperament toward us has changed as if they're referring to us? Or are they just informing us that we need to go with them to fight something? What's the vibe that we're getting from them?
The vibe that you got from them was that you were being asked or told, however you can read the tone of monotone, that there was an organic life threat that you were kind of being asked to go deal with or compelled to go deal with. And it seems like from... Well, actually, I'll tell you what. Give me an insight check as you are thinking about this, Destra.
Okay. I don't know my insight yet, so I rolled a 14.
Okay. You can get a +4 to that.
Okay. So that's 18.
Yeah. Pretty good. You do have a hard time literally reading the expression of a metallic creature who doesn't have an expression that changes. But based on the tone that they all said together, they're standing what appears to be at attention, except for the fact that many of them are broken, a little bit bent, and soot covered because of the firefight that they had been having. That was actually assisted by Brimble and by Bell. You get the feeling that they're seeing you not as a threat.
I say we go deal with this organic life threat.
Yeah, let's take care of it.
Who wants to lead the way?
It's a good question. How are we?
Or
how
I'll
are
lead the
we
way.
going?
Tell
What
me
was our
which way
order
to go.
before?
I think I went first in the tunnel thing, and then we had some better arguments. I'm not pushing you forwards, Brimble,
Yeah.
but you had like
I do have a good AC,
a good AC,
Yeah.
right? It was better than mine.
and I'm very light on my
for
feet,
sure.
as we've established with my
Yeah.
slippers of
Yeah,
overconfidence. So, yeah, sure. I'll lead the way. I'll be.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be first in line.
And my
happy to go
and my
second.
boots make a clicking loudly sound, no matter if I'm flying or if I'm walking. And so we start off, and you just hear like the.
Oh my god. We all take a few steps forward and all turn around and look at you, and then we stop, and then we keep going. We all turn back around. None of us have figured it out yet.
I'm really shaking my head
Yeah,
because, like,
none
as a
of us.
dancer, foot noise is a no-no, right? Like, you don't want unnecessary noise. This is terrible.
Belle, could you step a little more lightly?
Oh, I'll just fly, and I try to fly, and it still does it. Well, I suppose I could take them off if we're trying to be sneaky. So,
Maybe just stay like 20 feet back.
oh, I'll be in the back.
That seems smart. Okay.
As you approach these clamshell blast doors, Brimble, you are the first up, and you kind of peer through them, and you see an immense rectangular chamber, perhaps 150 feet by 80. Its massive 4-story walls dominated by breathtaking panoramic views of the astral sea beyond. This magnificent vista is only slightly marred by 3 evenly spaced staircases along both the left and right walls, rising to a safety-railed observation deck 15 feet overhead. This beauty is diminished further still by the dangling organic growth hanging from the observation deck. The tentacle-like projections smeared across the great viewing windows, and the many dozens of large glowing sacks of yellow-green matter that twitch intermittently as if something inside were objecting to its current accommodations. The air reeks, something like lactose intolerance and celiac disease on a methamphetamine bender at an all-you-can-eat ice cream and pastry buffet. 3 rows of luxurious lounge couches sit back to back across the chamber, roughly 30 feet apart. Between them stand scattered cocktail tables and the enthusiastically disassembled remains of several quadrones. Then, as if the universe was heralding your arrival, a quadrone descends the staircase to your right, carrying a stack of what appears to be steaming hand serviettes. Its tiny wings flutter in surprise or recognition. Its proper linen cap slightly askew now on its metallic cuboid body. Hospitality response initiated. It takes one more step, loses traction in the mustard-colored mucus spilling from a nearby egg, pinwheels wildly, and slams face first into the stack. The result is a wet, violent detonation of gas and slime like a grenade released by a diseased anus. Sparks, modron fragments, and lemon-scented hot serviettes explode in the air towards all of your faces. I need all of you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Did you say
God.
diseased anus?
Yeah, he did.
Diseased anus.
Oh my god. Dodging discharge from a diseased anus. Okay, what?
Dexterity.
Oh no, boys
Saving throw?
and
How
girls.
Yeah, how does that work
Oh no,
in terms?
team. This is not good.
And like, if I don't have anything written down, but I can see my modifier for dexterity.
Well, I
don't
will
know how
help
to
you
do
with
the
it. So
math
what
on
did
that.
you roll?
I rolled a
Destra?
12.
You rolled a 12. You get a plus
Yeah.
5 to that.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
that's a 17.
It's a 17 from Destra. Loah.
I'm gonna use my mug's advantage. Oh
Okay.
god. I rolled 2 7s. That's
Okay.
I think an 8.
You are correct. That is an 8. Beautiful. Bell.
What is my dexterity saving throw modifier?
Well, you get to add a plus 3 to that, Bell.
Okay, that makes it a 6.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Don't forget we can cheat on our saving throw proficiencies if you know your class at this point.
Also, we have a heroic
Oh, yeah,
inspiration. I don't know if we
because-
can use that to.
You can use. You do have a
Reroll.
heroic inspiration. You can. Yeah, you do.
What are the class rules?
You
like
have
if
to
I know I'm
know-
a sorcerer.
For heroic inspiration, you have to choose to re-roll before you know the outcome of.
Well, he
your-
doesn't know the outcome yet of his roll.
No, he doesn't.
So
I was just clarifying.
True.
could be a DC 5
Brimble?
on this.
Brimble, what did you get?
Yes. Well, I forgot to look up if I have proficiency in this yet, so I don't know what my modifier is, but I rolled a 17.
Okay, you do have plus
Uh,
6.
Okay, cool. So 23.
Bards
Dang.
have Dex and Charisma
That's what I thought.
proficiency.
Yeah.
Sorcerers
Okay.
have Constitution and Charisma, and fighters have Strength and
Gotcha.
Constitution.
Cool.
Thanks, Bones.
Now, before I say anything else, did somebody want to re-roll?
Did anybody maybe want to use their inspiration?
I'm not
tried.
saying.
I'm gonna re-roll my 6. I think that I'm gonna
Bold,
use my heroic
daring
inspiration.
today, are we?
That takes it to a 19.
That is
go.
a higher number than 6. Okay. Everybody
Go ahead.
who rolled over a 10, you dodge the blast, but you do end up getting smacked in the face by moist, lemon-scented, and surprisingly refreshing hot towels.
Oh, okay.
For those of you who rolled under 10, and you know who you are, you get pelted by hot mucus and metallic debris, suffering 1 point of fire damage and 5 points of dignity damage.
Damn it.
I only had 5 dignity.
And we need to know, Destra, what is it that your Triodone's misery mutters to you as it sees everybody get pelted with these hot, moist towelettes, but most specifically Loah, who got covered with the mucus?
In a very pompous accent, this, I don't know if everyone else can hear it or if it's just me, but this little thing on my lapel just starts being like, absolutely preposterous. What is the meaning of this? That man's outfit has been destroyed by this mucus. He needs to get changed immediately. Disgusting. And it's just really zeroed in on the guy that just got absolutely smacked by some dude.
I think it's quite nice, and I'm like flipping out one of these towels, putting it around my neck. Is it actual towels or just the scent of the towels?
No, it's
I
an
should
actual,
ask.
like, it's a
Okay,
warm, it's cooling off, but steaming.
Great. I'm putting it around my neck, and I think it's actually quite nice. And I look at Destra. You're in it, Destra, right? You got it? Oh wait, who got drenched? I thought it was
Loah.
Try to just
Loah got drenched. I see. I scream at the sight of Loah. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Goodness. God.
You all look at each other, and it is the sheer ridiculousness of the situation that it just makes you laugh. The explosion, the Modron debris, the hot towels, and your brief laughter just kind of breaks the tension. It kind of hangs in the air and echoes back. And it's slightly unsettling. Not the laughter, but the way that it just kind of hangs in the room for a moment, like the universe taking a breath. And this is not improved by the grinding, guttural growl that rolls from overhead, and also another off to your far left. With a wet, tearing sound, a hulking aberration heaves itself into view, peering over the railing 15 feet up and 35 feet away. It is a nightmare hybrid of lizard, blade, and extremely poor judgment. 11 feet long, 9 feet tall at the shoulder, with razored spikes radiating from its joints like a creature designed by someone who felt ordinary predators lacked commitment. It is unfortunate that the second growl, which is slightly louder than the first, is coming from somewhere that you can't see. The creature above throws back its head and roars, spattering the floor beneath with foul-smelling saliva. Then it lowers itself, ready to launch. I need initiative rolls.
Oh boy.
Seems pretty chill.
Is everybody? You said you had us grouped up, right?
Yep. You're
Okay,
all
so
pretty much
everybody is
grouped,
within
at
30
the
feet of me?
entrance.
Okay, great. Then when I, as a College of Dance bard, I believe I have tandem footwork. When you roll initiative, you can expend 1 use of bardic inspiration if I don't have the incapacitated condition. And when you do so, each of my allies within 30 feet who can see or hear me gains a bonus to initiative equal to the number rolled. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, and my bardic inspiration's a D8.
That's amazing.
I believe, right now.
Roll an 8, roll an
That
8,
is
roll an 8.
correct.
Yes, so where is a D8? There's one. No, I did not roll an 8. Kitty, everybody add 2 to your initiative roll.
You know, I'll take it. It's okay.
Better than nothing.
Something.
Let's start with Destra. What did you get?
I rolled a 17 plus freaking Brimble's 2 is 19, and then my unknown initiative
Is a +5.
Oh, dang.
So that's a 24.
Yes.
My math serves correct.
That's math.
That math is mathin'.
That's good math. I like that math. Loah.
I rolled a 13 with a 1 initiative, I guess. No, I rolled a 12 and have a 13. Plus 2, 15.
Woo.
Okay. You were correct. You had +1 to your initiative, so you had 15. Okay. And Bell,
What is my initiative bonus?
you have 3.
Oh, okay. I had that down wrong for some reason. Cool. That means that I'm at a 21.
Oh, very nice. And Brimble.
I got a 22.
Okay, is that with a +4 that you have to your initiative?
A +3, right? And then +2, and I rolled a 17 as well.
You have another little thing giving you an extra 1, so your actual
Oh,
initiative
okay.
bonus is a +4.
Oh,
So
Good
that
for
would be a
me. 23.
23. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So the turn order is going to be Destra, followed by Brimble, followed by Bell. Then we're going to actually need a roll off between Loah and this other creature.
Do this, Loah. Let's do this.
Okay, this creature got a
Loah,
20
Loah the
non-natural.
Loah. Let's go. That's what they call him.
7 on that roll off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Not
so
good,
we're going to
Loah.
have the
Not
creatures.
Yeah, that's
And
how
then we're
Loah
gonna have
rolls,
Loah.
baby.
Okay.
Did you say you said creatures?
Creatures?
multiple
Well,
times?
you heard 2 roars. So
That's true.
I
there's
thought one was my
you
tummy
can't-
rumbling.
Oh, that's what that
It's
was.
just echoing in the
Yeah.
distance. Yeah.
We're right. Okay, so you
Audio.
are all grouped. If you think of this as a very, very long rectangle, you are on essentially that right-hand side of the rectangle. You can see across at the far end of that rectangle the doors that lead out to what's called the promenade. You can see that written cleanly across the doorway. You do have a 100 and about 50 feet from where you are to the other side. You have 80 feet on either side of you. So this is a very long or very wide rectangle. There are 3 sets of stairwells along the sides that lead up to this large observation deck that is 15 feet overhead. From a quick guesstimate, that observation deck is about in the middle of the room. It's 80 feet long and is about 50 or 45 feet wide. It is from there, on the leading edge of it, 35 feet away and 15 up, that this massive looking creature looks ready to pounce. All across the floor are these eggs that are scattered about. Most of them appear to be concentrated at the top where this observation deck is. The windows, as you perceive them along the walls, are all looking out into the starscape around. Some of them have some of the egg-like projections hanging off of it, but most of it just looks really nice and pristine. Then across the floor, there are not only these cocktail tables, but there are these long rows of couches as well. Immediately in front of you, directly across from this opening from the hallway, 30 feet away, is a row of those couches. Just at a little kitty corner to your right, about 15 feet away, is a cocktail table, and 15 feet away at a diagonal is another one of those cocktail tables. Destra, you are first up.
I would like to spend a core memory to ask. So far, I know that I have 2 maneuvers. I have distracting attack and riposte. Can I unlock another one? If there is one to unlock.
There is. You can spend 1 core memory, and do you want to roll, or do you just want me to go from like the next one in order? What would you prefer to do?
I guess the next one in order.
Okay. So you have the
That isn't
distracting
one that's
attack. The
named.
next one in order would be precision attack. And that leaves you with 2 more possible core memories to unlock.
You said precision attack?
Precision attack.
I guess what's like the base thing that does? I mean, let me pull it up.
So it's a specific feature that when you miss with an attack roll, you can expend a superiority die, roll that dice, and add it to the attack roll, potentially causing the attack to hit. So you actually get to know whether or not your attack misses before you spend it. It's a nice feature.
Okay.
So if you roll, let's say you rolled a 10 and you know the AC is 15, or I say it misses, you can then choose to spend a superiority die, roll that superiority die, then add that to the attack roll to then take a possible miss and then make it into a success.
Okay. So I want to figure out anything else. So I used 1. I have 1 more left.
You have 2. You had 3.
I used 1 earlier to unlock my proficiency.
Oh, that's
So-
correct. You are correct. I
Yeah.
did not drop that one down. So you do have 1 left. Thank you for being honest. Someone for sure would have called me on the
You
call.
confused me. I was like, wait a second. Let's unlock another one.
The next one in line?
So I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, next one.
Commander's Strike.
Ooh, that's like, I think that's me kind of helping an ally to do something, or I direct them. I'm like,
They can take their reaction to make an attack.
Okay.
So it is that when you take the attack action on your turn, you can replace one of your attacks to direct one of your companions to strike. So when you do so, choose a willing creature that you can see or hear and expend a superiority die. That creature can immediately use its reaction to make an attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike, and adding the superiority die to the attack's damage roll on hit. So you're only using someone else's attack, but you can also add your superiority die to the damage that is done.
I guess I'll see how many attacks I can make, because I don't actually know that yet. But I'm all out of things. Okay, so Destra, seeing the looming threat from above and noticing that we are all grouped up in a nice little bunch, she's going to say, "Split up!" and is gonna hastily walk over to the nearest cocktail, walk by the nearest cocktail table, I guess, and grab one of the drinks that is hopefully there and just knock it back and continue on. And she's gonna whip out over the shoulder sling of the pulse rifle and take aim at the creature and fire.
Okay, great. So you can definitely grab the drink off of the table. It is biting and tastes a little bit like a vodka and lime and slightly regret. And as you kick that back, you can do a couple of things. You are near enough to some side little like sunken observation areas that you could kind of crouch behind a couch over there to give yourself a little bit of cover if needed, and you'd be able to fire up at an angle to hit the creature. Just because it does have a little bit of cover, it's going to slightly increase the AC from this angle, but certainly within easy range for you to hit.
So that's the creature has a little bit of a bump to AC, and I also will have a bump to AC.
Well, you have a bumped AC because you were going to be able to crouch down behind some cover, yes. But just because of the height and it's got that railing around it, it does put a little bit of a...
So
Yeah.
Okay.
But for sure, you can absolutely roll to attack with your pulse rifle.
Okay. Okay. That's a 15 plus 3 is 18, and then plus my proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's basically a +8 to hit.
For the pulse bow?
Well, because you've got adding in all your proficiencies, your dex and your proficiency, that'd be a +8.
I must have done my math wrong earlier. But I'll use what you got. That's better than what I got.
That works.
Take the higher number. That's what I always go for, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. So that's going to be a 23 to hit.
That is a pretty solid hit. Yeah. Even with the higher AC, you are able to maneuver the shot perfectly and land a blow near center mass. So excellently done.
It's going to be a 4 plus 1. And it's going to be radiant damage, so that's 5 damage. Am I missing something?
Your damage type for that one, let me double check that real quick for you.
You said radiant.
It is radiant damage, correct.
It's also, I have the mastery of push, so
Yes,
I
that's
can
correct.
knock back the creature 10 feet.
Mm-hmm. Did you roll
And
a
also,
You did roll a D10 for that?
yes,
Okay. That,
I did.
Just make sure.
And you added your dex modifier?
my what modifier?
Dexterity
Dex modifier?
It'd be a
I
plus.
did not.
Yeah, okay, +5 to that roll
Okay,
for the damage.
so that's 10 for the first shot.
That's it. That's perfect. And you can choose to make a second attack if you choose.
Yes. So in the thing that you sent me,
Mhm.
let me reopen it. Tell me if you still wanted to use this, but it said it's like a repeater weapon.
Yeah,
So you can fire ammo in quick succession.
Mm-hmm.
So when you take the attack action with a repeater weapon, you can shoot multiple times if you have features that let you attack more than once. So I guess I'll just
Yep. Fire
go
again
as
from
many
range.
as I can.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you get to fire twice with your fighter, so go for it.
Okay, that is a 3 plus 6 is... Wait, sorry. 3 plus 5 is 8 plus 3 is 11 to hit.
Yeah, this time it does smack off the railing and does not land.
So she's getting used to like the word?
Recoil.
The kick.
Recoil. Thank you.
There
Thank you.
go.
Getting used to the kick. So the first one, good shot. Next one, a little bit off. Can she fire again?
No, you made your 2 attacks. That is what you've got.
Okay, okay.
You've got a
Unless
there was a
were to action
bonus
surge,
action.
right?
That would be something a character of her class could do if there was a
Could do,
surge
if
of
I
actions.
knew what I had. Yes. Oh.
That is a thing that fighters can do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Surge of action.
You got at
yes.
least one
Yeah.
action surge if you're a fighter, right?
You can't
I
be a
don't-
fighter without it, so...
Those, I forget because it's been a while since I played one of these.
Mhm.
I have a limit to how many it's like one per short rest, right?
Yeah,
Or long
one arrest.
Yeah.
Do I want to do this? I don't think so. I think it's too soon.
Wait to see like what we're up against,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Hold off.
Might have a
I usually
strong reason.
save my surge until I
Okay.
know we need it, I feel like, or yeah.
I'll just, duck behind whatever it is, like further,
Mhm.
just so I'm, I don't know, 3/4 cover or something. So I'm like peeking out or something
You got it.
if I can. And ends my turn.
Okay. So well played, and you did that damage. So we are next in the turn order is Brim.
Hey, baby. Refresh old Brimble's memory here on how it works to reveal spells. Is it like I have to spend memory points equal to the spell level or something? Or did I make that up?
If you just your slightly making that, but just totally okay. I don't mind the extra work.
I'm just adding features to this system here, to maybe
It's just a totally non-broken, perfectly balanced system. So no worries there at all.
I would like to remember if I could, maybe a couple level 1 spells and a level 2 spell.
Okay, so you've got. You know already that you have Silent Image.
Yes.
So you have more level 1s and level 2? How many level 1s do you want to try to reveal?
I want to learn 2 more level 1s if I can.
Okay. Well, I would say that you've got 4 you can learn.
Okay.
Do you want to roll a d4 or do you want to just...
You're going to give me the option to roll a die. I'm going to take the option to roll a die.
Okay.
Come on.
Roll a die.
Let's do this.
Go for it.
I've rolled for you a 2.
2. You have color spray.
Excellent. And I will look up what that does again in a moment. And what else do I have? I've rolled for you a 1.
You have Charm Person.
These definitely seem like people, so this is perfect. And I would like to also learn, you know what? I want to learn a level 3 spell.
Got it. You could also roll a d4 for me.
I would love to. Ba-boom! A 3!
Stinking Cloud.
Awesome. Okay.
Stinky.
Stinking Cloud. Great. I've never heard of that one, I don't think.
It's
I am so happy to find one thing
Stinking
you've
Cloud.
never heard
Yeah,
of.
right?
That's so good.
I've wanted to play a character with Stinking Cloud for so long.
Great. So what I'm hearing is I need to read what Stinking Cloud does real quick.
You fart.
I think we've talked about how I love gross characters,
Yeah.
and so I don't even actually know what the spell does. It just sounds like something that would fit perfectly.
This place
with
is
a
already
character.
gross, though. Right? We've got all this gross stuff.
I know,
growing on.
right?
I don't want to
Dirty
add a
smells.
Stinking Cloud to the setting.
might have
It
no
already
effect.
smells
Yeah.
kind of not great, for sure.
Exactly. So
It'd be
let's
good to
forget
clear a
about that.
room.
Yeah.
But we're in this room, so it's.
Is there any way that I can get within 15 feet of one of these guys?
The one you can see that is overhead, you could get within 15 feet of it if you were kind of directly below it, which would be a little hard to get a fire through a deck. You could also get up some stairs to get closer to it, but let me see. You have about 30 feet of movement.
That's what I heard.
So the closest stairwell to you is actually near the direction that Kitty went, but it's going to get you just to the base of this stairwell if you go 30 feet.
So that's not gonna work.
You also can tell that this thing looks like it wants to leap off of there. So you could move yourself in a manner that would place you to where you could fire at it with a held action of something if you wanted.
Now that's interesting. I'm tempted by color spray if I could blind one of these things before it's gonna come down at us. Of the spells that I have that I'm looking at, that's either got to be that or I have Phantasmal Killer, but it feels like it's a little bit overkill to bust out my 1 level 4 spell on the very first enemy that we encounter right away. So I like that idea maybe of sort of getting into position to blind it if it jumps down. I think that hold that action, and then I'll use a bonus action to inspire. Who's going to go after me?
So right now it's Destra,
Bell?
Brim, Bell, then the creature or creatures, and then Loah.
I want to inspire Bell with my movement as I'm making my way over there, and I'm pointing out my feet, how I'm not making foot noise as I sort of elegantly shuffle over there, trying to inspire you on the proper way to move.
Great. I would like to think I'm fully focused on these gross enemies in front of me.
No.
and
When
not-
Brimble starts moving, yeah, you know where your eyes
you,
go.
you notice. Great.
Brimble, are you jumping over next to Destra, kind of ducking down behind those same couches that she's getting covered behind? 'Cause
I
you
think
could
that's
do
good. If
that
that's
and-
going to put me in a good spot to
Yep.
react with the color spray, then yeah.
So if you think about it, like you've got these beautiful observation windows, you've got the observation deck overhead, and then you have these equally distributed 3 sets of stairs on either side of the room. In between each of the stairs, like between the wall and then each stair, it's almost like one of those sunken conversation pits like you would see from the 1970s that have those couches in it.
I love a sunken pit like that.
So you and
do love
Destra are now, if you are facing to the room, there's the right side. There's a sunken pit between the wall and the first set of stairs, and you guys are in that, roughly 30 feet away from the entrance. We now have Bell and Loah, who are still left in the entrance, kind of on the left-hand side where you and Destra have run off from that right-hand side.
Okay. Yeah, and as I'm preparing this color spray, I'm specifically, I guess, thinking of. So I'm imagining the lights in here kind of flickering a bit, trippy space lights, kind of gross body odor smell. He's remembering dancing at raves and firing off color spray, in those moments. It's all coming back to him. So that's what he's picturing.
He's a V cut shirt right
deep,
now, right, with the-
deep V on this bad boy.
This dude is clubbing in here.
That is
rolled up sleeves so you really see the forearms. Oh yeah.
That is fantastic. Okay, cool. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
That I think will suffice for me.
Okay. We're going to shift then next in turn order to Bell within the creatures and then Loah on deck.
Okay, cool. So I have 2 creatures in front of me, right? Or
You have the one that's overhead. That's 15 feet up and about 30 to 35 feet away from you at a diagonal. You cannot see yet this other creature. You heard it come from somewhere off to your left, but don't know where that is. So you could intuit that it is around, but not sure where.
Okay, and that dude up there, I have line of sight on that gross thing.
Correct.
This creature.
But
Great.
it does have a little bit of cover because of the railing.
Cool. Bell's gonna take out a Sunlance musket and this just radiant-looking long gun, and he just starts talking. Now, to use an arcane focus, you cast a spell as normal using the focus, and it allows you a bonus to your attack or to the saving throw difficulty of the enemy. And he takes this musket out and it's like a bolt action, opens up the barrel and casts this intense fire in his hand, loads it into the barrel, clasps the musket shut, puts it up on his shoulder, takes the towel around his neck and puts it on his shoulder so he rests the butt of the gun on his shoulder. And using a firearm, take a stance, hold firm, aim, and shoot. And I'm gonna shoot fireball at that thing.
Shoot fireball.
Yeah.
Okay, just clarifying that you just cast fireball. Beautiful. That's beautiful for so many reasons. Okay, cool. So
Oh, good.
that is a dex save.
Flammable gas in the air.
Is it flammable?
Oh no.
Is it flammable?
Well, you did
we say
see
that already?
that Modron come down and pinwheel into a one of those egg sacs, and it went very badly for the Modron.
Oh,
I don't know if
gosh.
it actually is.
She has to go find for us.
I thought it he stumbled into it and just burst over it.
To be clear, Kyle,
Okay,
I didn't know
wait
it
a
was
second.
flammable either. I was joking that that's what the consequence was
Okay.
going to be. So.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
this is beautiful. So
Yeah,
I need a
I'm
few
excited.
things from you. This thing has
if it was
to-
obviously flammable and my character saw that it was flammable everywhere, then maybe I would change my direction. But
It's 35
if
feet
it's-
away from you guys, and most of the eggs
Yeah.
and things like that seem to be clustered up there.
Oh, let's be
So
fine then.
this is
It's good.
I mean, tactically, I can't
Commit.
argue with this choice. This is pretty.
Okay, so
Pretty
it's
great from
actually
my
the
standpoint.
opposite. It is obvious, but it's smart that you're doing it, not stupid.
It's so good.
it's-
I knew there was eggs around,
Yeah.
and we weren't really close to them. I
You
didn't think,
really
so
are. This is phenomenal. Okay, so classic fireball. It has to make a dexterity save.
Yes.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. We know what your DC is.
I don't know what my spell save DC is.
Yeah, let's take a look at that. That would be helpful. Your
What's your,
spell
charisma
save. Oh, you want to into it?
I bet we can figure it out, right? Yeah, what's this charisma?
What's your
I'll
charisma?
give you-
So my charisma is +5.
Your modifier? You say you have a 20?
I think it's a 20, but yeah, it's
And
my
you have a
+5
plus
is my-
1 focus?
Yeah.
17.
Because it's what? It's your proficiency, your modifier, the +1 plus
yeah.
8 or whatever for
8
your
plus
spell save. So you've got
proficiency
9
plus
plus
modifier
8, so 17.
Plus item.
Yeah, I think that sounds correct. Yeah, because I have mine
Cool.
written down as 15, and I've only got +4 charisma, and I don't have a focus, so that checks out to me.
Awesome.
So
pretty good spell
all
save,
that
I
stuff
see.
is true. I was just waiting to see whether you're asking a question, you're intuiting it. No, you are intuiting it, and you got it correct. So, two things. One, you can have a nice little core memory, but you got to come up with why you remembered this. And two, I need to make a dexterity save, and you said that the modifier was 16, or +1 for 17.
Yes, 17.
Yeah,
Making
17.
sure we got that right. Okay. So here we go. The dex save for this creature, I have a +2. Slower than I wanted here. Okay, here we go.
That's exactly where I'd like it to be. I'd like it even lower, honestly.
Okay, that was a 13 on the dice.
Great.
So that's a failure. All right, sir. I need one more roll for you. I need you to roll a d12 with advantage for me.
Okay, cool. Cool. D12 advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness for advantage. 8.
Okay. That is the additional number of d6s you get to roll because of the number of eggs around this thing.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
Yes.
So instead of 8d6, I'm doing
Oh, Jesus.
16d6.
Yes.
That
So-
is
Wow.
excellent. 57 points of, if it's all fire damage.
Okay. That is a large number. That's so beautiful. Okay. So from
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh, I have a memory that's gonna pop up
Go
that's
for
gonna
it.
trigger with this, I think. So as that explosion, this massive explosion goes off, triggers a memory in his brain, and it goes back to him in this area on the spaceship where there's this really nice estate and this yard that's in this big encapsulated dome, and you can see space outside of it, and he's in this courtyard teaching these kids with this family, these Aarakocran classic bald eagle kids, and a meteor comes through, a small one hits the ceiling of the ship, comes in and it hits part of the structures around it that start tumbling, and we start running, and I dive in front of the kids and shield him with my body as I get covered and crushed. And then the memory goes into me waking up and this family coming around and telling me all these things about how I was a hero, how I saved the kids, shielded their bodies, and how they thanked me by giving me this really nice gold prosthetic on my beak that had gotten crushed by these things falling. And this feeling of not happiness that he gets from this, Bell actually feels an immense amount of guilt as they are showering him with praise on how he is a hero, and then comes out of the memory.
That's a beautiful memory,
Wow.
which flashes through your mind, but is quickly brought back to reality as this massive explosion rocks this room. The cacophony echoing off of the 4-story tall ceiling and these wide walls, everybody's ears ringing as you see this creature just get engulfed in flame, and that smell of burning, cooking meat just overpowers the air. It goes from looking good to looking bloodied very quickly, as it took 57 points of damage. It looks rough and burning, still very full of murderous intent. Is there any movement you'd want to take?
I don't necessarily want to be close to anything that's going to get hit, but I don't think do we have like a tank? I guess Dexter's kind of tanky. I don't think I want to go anywhere in the room unless I can fly up. Is there a perch that I can go up to and have like a even better vantage point?
Not really a perch, but you could theoretically kind of hover in your flight as much as you would want. So you could fly. I mean, it's a 4-story room, so it easily stretches about 50 feet overhead. So there's a very spacious area here that you could be flying in. You could also go to try to get cover either in the same little conversation pit that Brimble and Loah, or Brimble and Destra are in, or we could go to the one opposite side of the room to the left.
I will just fly up,
Okay.
10 or 15, 20 feet, whatever makes sense for the space. Just fly up and take flight in the air.
Okay.
And then am I able to, with some of my points, am I able to unlock a bonus action perhaps if I have one available? I would love to know if I have a bonus action that I could take.
That is a good question. Let me take a
Could be a bonus action spell, I guess, if I have something like that. Not that I would be able to use it this turn, but
Quicken it. You can quicken a cantrip.
that's true. Do I have quicken?
A bonus action. Specifically, you have Sorcery Incarnate plus 2 meta magic options.
I have 4 things to spend. Can I just burn all my 4 things and get some of these options? Cool. Burn, pun intended.
All the fire.
All right, so if you just want to kind of go through some of those, you have a Bastion of Law. This is some of your class features that you're unlocking.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You have how many are you burning? 4?
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sorcery Incarnate, Bastion of Law. You know that you have Clockwork Spells and Restore Balance.
Big news.
Bones knows what's going on.
I think I know what my subclass is, guys. Am I a clockwork sorcerer? Cool. I don't know any of those by like heart. Is there anything that I could apply to this turn? Otherwise, I can
Not
do anything
specifically at this moment, but those were some really big reveals that should really help you out.
Amazing. Great. Awesome. That is the end of my turn then.
Very cool.
You do have a reaction to cancel out advantage or disadvantage that you can use a few times.
Yeah.
So you
Is
you
that
can
what
keep
these
that in
things
mind.
are?
Yeah.
Restore
Mark,
balance
I'm gonna-
is a
Yep.
clockwork thing.
Okay, I'm looking them up
That's
right
what Mark
now.
Clay
So-
used a couple times.
That's
Okay.
sick.
And we now have you flying 15 feet up. Help me to remember that if I get that misplaced. I am tracking a few things here. Okay, so we are now at the top of the actual turn order at initiative count 20. There is...
Everyone rolled above a 20 except me.
Counter.
Jeez.
Catch up, Loah.
In a 50-foot cube, a layer action occurs. Yep, all of you need to give me a dexterity saving throw. Por favor.
I love that. Those are good.
So we'll start with Destra.
I don't love those.
This is definitely my day. I have been rolling so good. I'm so happy right now. Okay.
That's sarcasm
That's-
or not? I can't tell.
No. This is actually, I'm rolling really well today. And I love this for me. You said dexterity saving? Yeah?
Yes.
It's going to be a 23. I rolled an 18 plus 5
Yeah,
dex.
Destra saves. Loah.
Did you put your proficiency? Or no, you don't have. Sorry, you don't have dex proficiency. It's strength and con for a fighter.
That sounds right.
Okay, still very good.
Yeah.
Loa had. I used my heroic inspiration to fix my first one, so I ended up with a 15.
15 just saves.
Thank God.
I'd like to
Bell.
state for the record that I decided to use my heroic inspiration a moment before Ryan said just saves, which would have been me knowing the result of my roll that I would fail.
Good.
So I'm
Fair.
glad I did it.
Fair. I appreciate the honesty. All right, and so Bell.
Oh, sorry, nat 20.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. That also saves.
Well, all right, cool.
And Brimble.
Thanks to using that heroic inspiration, 24.
Okay.
Nice.
Also saves. So all around you, debris, some of the remains of the modrons, the drinks on the table, the serviettes, and some of the larger pieces of mucus all start to float up towards the ceiling as gravity has reversed itself. And all of you are able to
Shit.
grab onto something and hold on and not be affected or be flying, in which case it's not really affecting you too much anyway, Belle. However, Loah, because you were caught surprised by this, you have been thrown up towards the ceiling, and you are now
Cool.
going straight up towards the ceiling that is essentially 50 feet overhead.
I thought it was a pretty tall room. It seemed like it was a needlessly tall room when you described it. So
It's all of these-
makes sense.
It's all these beautiful, wonderful windows that are there. There's a reason for it. It had nothing to do with an evil GM.
God. As I'm rotating to fall towards the ceiling, past these massive, expansive windows, we obviously hear ground control to Major Tom as I start floating through the sky. Okay. Am I going to impact in this moment? Or am I like, is it like zero grav?
You are floating harmlessly.
Okay.
You are going up. You just can't reach anything. You have nothing to purchase, but you are now floating essentially at the ceiling 50 feet up, which does put you about 40 feet away-ish from the creature it's getting ready to pounce that has not been affected.
Okay.
So
Well-
that is the top of the turn order, or the layer action at initiative count 20. The creature is looking about. It now has two things that are floating in the air. It sees Loah and it sees Belle. All right. Belle, this thing jumps off of the ledge, making a beeline towards you. Its mutated claws out with these razor sharp looking blades at the end of it, trying to make an attack at you. It's going to try to slash at you twice as it, so it would be 3 times, but it's only get a chance to do 2 because it's jumping. So that being said, that will trigger, its movement should trigger what Brimble had prepared.
Yeah, if it moves within 15 feet of me, then it would trigger my color spray, I would think, at it.
Yeah, with the trigonometry going on and with
Yeah.
the distance you've got, go ahead and fire that trigger or that spray as it's moving.
This is so Brimble's flashback of his memory in this moment is right. He was at his rave firing off color sprays, and as the gravity lets out and his stomach falls out in his stomach, he has the memory of the first time he locked eyes at a party with his beloved Barbara Fiddle Twig is her name, the only other Firbolg he ever met in space. And he locks eyes with her as he's firing off color spray, and he, in a meet cute-esque moment, accidentally blasts color spray right into her face. And as she shrieks, it cuts back to the sound of the monster shrieking in this room when he fires color spray at its face.
Oh, God.
It needs, I think for color spray, it needs to make a saving throw, right? A dexterity saving throw? No, constitution saving throw, or have the blinded condition, and that's a spell save 15 for Brimble, I believe.
Okay. Well, this thing
Probably has
maybe
pretty
a
good
little on
constitution.
dexterous, but we'll see
It's
here.
constitution, not dexterity. I was wrong originally.
No, it's... Hold on. What is the plus to this? Yeah, with a +4,
Yeah.
it gets a 12.
Oh, okay. Well, then it does
So
fail.
it is blinded.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
So it is
nice.
jumping out, trying to grab at Belle, but you were able to hit it with the color spray as it's making this leap. It looks like, if you could imagine a feral, fluffy dog that has been blowtorched, it's all these patchy hair and like lizard-like skin beneath it. Like, it looks awful, smells even worse. It jumps out, it's blind,
pissed off.
so it's still gonna try to make attacks but it's gonna have disadvantage now because it can't see. So okay, it only gets 2 of the 3 attacks, but with disadvantage, the first attack is a 21 on Belle, and the second attack, oh my gosh, a nat 20 and a 19.
Oh my gosh.
I
So,
have
okay.
never gonna
Blinded didn't know a whole lot.
It's pissed.
Good. At least it wasn't
Damn.
a nat 20, I guess.
It's gone
not like
feral. Wow. Okay. So you have 15 points of slashing damage plus 4 points of poison damage. And then it falls the 15 feet and it has disadvantage on a dexterity saving throw because it can't see the ground.
It falls even though the gravity's been messed with?
Well, so it can choose to be affected or not.
Oh, okay. Sick. Okay.
And it didn't choose to be affected.
Oh, okay.
So therefore gravity applies and it's messed up. So it's going to take, and I'll let you roll this one for me, Belle. Go ahead and roll a 2d6 of fall damage for me.
Total of 3.
Okay.
Nailed it.
That, you know what? Every little bit counts as it falls to the ground. Yeah, so that's its turn. From the side, that if you were looking directly from the door, the second stairwell to the left that is roughly 85 feet away, you see a second one of these, a little bit smaller, but looks to be much more colorful than the one that you have just torched the absolute poop out of.
Even though that one
And
has
it will-
just been color sprayed in the face with a rainbow of colorful
This is
spray.
I'm talking
both
the
colorful.
natural coloring.
Okay. Good.
You tie-dyed it. This one is
Yeah.
the natural coloring. It has a movement speed. It's gonna use its dash action to close. It's gonna move 60 feet to now be within basically 15 feet of the door where you guys all started.
Is that within 15 or no, not within 5 feet? I mean, never mind. I have to be within 5 feet.
I misspoke. It's 25 feet. I miscounted. It's 25 feet from the door. So you now have 2 of these creatures, one of which looks awful. I mean, they both looked awful, to be fair.
Yeah.
One of which looks way more awful. And they're both on the ground floor. And that is its turn. And the other one's turn, taking us to Loah, which will then be back at the top of the turn order with Destra on deck.
They both look awful. One has taken significant more damage.
Correct.
So, I'm just sort of 50 feet in the air, but I'm just floating. Okay.
Yep, you're just floating.
I'm not even worried
You are
about that at
literally
all
on the
because-
ceiling.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I got range and I got feather fall, so who cares? I think I need to use one of my 2 little memory recalls right now to figure out my 4th, if I have a 4th level spell.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Yep.
any of those. Hopefully at least one.
So 4th level spell, Vitriolic Sphere.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
And then with my other one, can I roll for, let's just find one of my meta magics out?
Okay, I have here that you've already gotten 2 of those, Loah.
I
So
think I
that's the
did, and
2
I
had.
didn't write them down.
Okay, I'll give these back to you free.
Yeah.
You had Seeking spell and Empower spell.
Yeah, okay. I thought when we were starting and jumping in, I'm like, didn't I do that? But I didn't want to.
Mm-hmm. You did. I gave those back to you. Yep. So you still
Okay,
have one that you can burn.
Yeah, let's just find out the last meta magic, and that will be my 2.
Bend Luck.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Sweet. So, the min-maxer in me hates to throw a solid but not crazy damage AoE at a single target, but he's blind right now, right? This thing's blinded?
Yes.
They are blinded, and here's the thing. Because of where the one fell, the other one got to, they are literally within 5 feet of each other.
Perfect. Yeah, there's no way I can top the extravagance of Bell's fireball with all the extra explosives, but I think I just gotta strategize, and I'm gonna throw a fireball in the middle of them and have them roll a dex save. And that is a DC 17 as well. Which
But
they
here's the thing. You are floating above, and they are looking ahead. There's no way they can see this coming.
and one's blind, right? Like full.
Yeah.
And one's blind. So, like, I can't roll double disadvantage, but this is really very clever use. So, I'm going to roll for the guy who's already really burnt. Well, there was a 19 and a 2, so
Okay.
definitely a failure.
Yes.
And the other one, actually, I rolled an 8. So with their modifier, it's still only a 10. So they're both going to
Beautiful.
fail.
Good.
Beautiful.
So
I rolled
Wow,
crazy
yeah.
damage on a fireball. So that's gonna be 31 fire.
Oh yes.
whoa, whoa.
Very good.
That's beautiful.
Nothing like dropping a fireball and be like, oh, I guess that was like 17. Like, I got a bunch of ones. Could have
Yeah,
done that with a
that
cantrip.
That's awesome. So still up, still kicking, but not looking good.
I am going to. I'm not like worried, but I am in a dicey position, and I want to save my reaction and sorcery points for another round. So I'm good right there. That'll be my turn.
Okay, so as you cast Fireball, make sure you're cutting off the spell level. I do need you to roll me a d20, please.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Oh.
19.
Well, nothing interesting happens.
Interesting.
Nothing weird that makes me have a crazy flashback.
You can definitely have a flashback of having trouble controlling things if you would like.
I feel like there is a tinge, you know? It's like he doesn't really recall, but there's something like subconscious about the casting of that magic and the weird sort of like all of his he's got innate magic like Bell, but he's got these like weird enhancements that are enhancing the innate, and all of those weird little parts just kind of buzz in a weird way where it's like, hey, that stuff's not supposed to, like, you're not supposed to feel that. So that kind of like, tingles him a bit, and he but doesn't really know how to react to that just yet.
it's almost like those implants were able to tamp down that surge of energy. Got so close to releasing, but did not happen.
Yep. Oh, that's good.
Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn? You said you're saving your reaction?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. This takes us back to Destra with Brimble on deck. Destra, what has currently happened from your vantage point, you now have this very badly hurt monstrosity that is almost directly across from you, about 20 feet away, and then off to your right, a little bit diagonal from it, that really badly burnt one about 30 feet away is the second one.
So Destra is closer to the right stairs, and one of them just came down the left stairs to the ground.
It was behind the other stairwell. It was already on the ground. It's kind of ran up, so it's
Right.
further away from you, but it's kind of directly behind the damaged one that's across from you.
So Destra would like to get some a higher vantage point, right, and get off the same ground level as the two beasts. Can she make it up the stairs?
So
closest one?
you could basically, from where you are, it is about 20 feet to the bottom of the stairwell. And then the stairwell itself is going to take basically 20 feet of movement to get all the way up. So if you used a dash action, you could get all the way up and on top of the platform to be able to angle yourself and look down at them. But that'd be you'd have to use basically 60 feet of movement to get all the way up there.
Without having to use any like dash action or another action to move, she wants to move her full movement to get as far up the stairs as she can.
Okay.
Just so she can have like an unimpeded view of both creatures.
Okay, got it. So you've moved up the stairs as far as you can. The stairwell is kind of open, so you are essentially now 10 feet up. You have to turn and go back up the other side of it, so you're almost to where, if you think about a stair that goes up, platform, then goes up further on the other side of it, you're at that first
It's like a middle
level. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So she is going to make another pulse bow attack at the already injured creature. The less colorful, but artificially colorful.
You are up about 10 feet off the ground now, and that's enough to give you advantage on the attack with that ranged weapon, because you've got an angle down on it.
The gravity, is it still actually, is it still
The gravity's
off?
still being weird, but you were able to resist the initial one, and you're able to move through it and kind of work your way across, so you're all right.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, she's gonna fire her weapon. I like this dice. Okay. Serving me well. So that's going to be a 15 plus 5 is 20 plus 3 is 23 to hit.
That hits.
Yes. Ooh. Okay, so that's going to be 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 5 is 8.
8
radiant
damage.
damage.
Okay.
It doesn't really say what order I'm supposed to do this, so I'm sure it's fine. I would like to make that a distracting attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can always apply your maneuvers when you hit. So if it's like successful, then great, you get to do it.
So when I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can expend one superiority die to distract the creature, giving my allies an opening. I add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll, and the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than me has advantage if the attack is made before the start of my next turn. So I will take 1d8. Another 2. Okay. So...
But now anybody who attacks the damaged one will have advantage after your attacks.
And then I'm going to use Commander Strike after that, which is when you attack, When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct one of your companions to strike.
Perfect. So
And then,
that would require, so there's nobody who is in like reaction range to it or melee range to this. So you probably don't want to do that right now because it requires them to have like a immediate melee attack. As I read Commander Strike.
okay.
So, no, it says with a weapon or an unarmed strike. So yeah, you could.
If they had a ranged
use,
weapon, then they could, right?
Yeah, and yeah. So I think everybody does have something they can do for range. So I want to walk that back. So yeah, they can use any weapon, but it couldn't be a spell or a cantrip.
My ranged attack is definitely going to be worse than Kitty just shooting this thing again. So don't pick me.
So I witnessed who's already attacked so far. I saw some kind of spell from both Loah and
We both just did fireball.
Well, actually,
Yeah, my gun.
I
my
saw
gun
Belle
can
use a
shoot,
gun.
but
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
yeah, my
It does.
gun can
So,
shoot. It doesn't do as much.
but it's still an attack that could take this commander strike. Boom.
Yeah, I would take it.
So I'm going to Destra's gonna
Unless you can use it on yourself, you can't use it on yourself, right?
Well, she could just.
She could just shoot again, though, because this is foregoing one of her attacks. So her shooting
Yeah.
it might be more effective than commanding
Yes, it will
Kyle to
be
shoot
more
it.
than.
So you might be better
Yeah.
off, Destra, just shooting it.
What am I adding to if I do this?
If
Just
you do
it just
that,
adds bonus to damage for the companion.
you add your D8 does additional damage. So you basically would be commanding them to fire whatever they do. You add your D8 roll to that damage.
My musket does 1d4 radiant damage.
So
Like,
I'd be
that's
giving you
all that it
something,
does.
right? Because you're gonna attack anyways. It's just me giving a bonus to that.
It's replacing one of your
Use-
attacks.
That's the only thing.
But I can
is the
also
thing.
action surge, which I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So I'm still gonna attack twice, but I'm also giving.
I think you should
One
just
other person.
attack 3 times
Really?
because because I don't think like my musket doesn't do much. That's the only
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
You get 2 attacks and you do more damage than all of us with attacks.
The
Yeah.
commander strike would be
Alright.
best if somebody was there and had like I feel like some sort of additional thing that they can do like as a property of their weapon or their attack that you can't do on your turn. But if it's just raw damage, nobody's gonna do better on like a standard
Yeah.
attack roll than you in this group, I don't think.
You guys are so right. I'm being untrue to my character. She's not a team player. She's not
Well,
gonna try
also,
to help.
we're also more likely to miss because we
That's
don't
also
have
I
true.
know, yeah, because I don't have
dex scores.
as good of a bonus.
Redact all that or whatever.
Redact it.
Unless I
Glad
can
we
shoot a
went-
fireball again for my
Yeah, I
gun.
mean, if Ryan's gonna let Kyle shoot off another fireball, definitely let Kyle attack.
I like a character who can't remember what they do, so they think their gun is doing fireball every time. They haven't put it together.
This gun rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna fire again.
All right.
All right.
Yes.
I think you should.
Do the damage. Do the roll.
That's a 1.
That's not
Yeah.
great.
Well,
all right, so much for us saying you're more likely to hit.
Yeah.
Heroic inspiration
Take
is
the
a
shot. You'll
reroll.
do better than us.
Yeah. You can
That's
reroll
right.
with that inspiration.
I'm
you don't
using
know the
it.
result yet of that one, so.
Well, you knew, but you didn't know, so it's fine.
I knew it was
allow
gonna be good.
I'll
Okay.
allow it. It's fine.
He'll allow it. Good.
Heroic gone. So, okay. 10 plus 5, 15 plus 3, 18.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That hit? Okay. Good.
Solid.
Solid. Ooh! Okay. That's gonna be 7 plus 1, 8 radiant damage, plus my 5 dexterity,
So
13. 13 radiant.
Yeah. This thing
That's better than
looks
what Kyle would've gotten.
So not good. Still
I'm
up,
going
but
to
it-
action surge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Put another bolt in there. Little double shot.
Your
Oh,
hands
yeah.
blur.
Okay, it's the same. It's 18 to hit.
That hits.
Continues to
So
hit.
good.
Bam, bam. I'm getting used to the recoil.
There we go.
Okay. 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 5 is 10 radiant damage.
It had 9 hit points left.
Yes.
How do you reduce this to ash?
She just kind of, now that she's gotten the recoil locked down, she just kind of traces the body line and just pop, pop, like in multiple spots, so that it's just
Nice.
crippling this creature even further. Nothing too flashy about it, honestly. She's just precise about it.
You see these multiple bolts of energy firing from her weapon, and it just sears it further and further. And the last one just buries itself deep into its chest, and you just see this little internal like explosion, like maybe it ruptured further eggs in there, and just kind of just falls to the ground in a heap of flesh and smoke and ash. And you have eliminated one of them. Great job. And you still have another
Hell yeah.
attack action.
Or one
And
I
more.
there is
attacked
one.
twice, and then I action surged.
Action
Right, which
surge
gives you-
is a multi-attack, so you got two
Yeah.
two more.
Oh!
You basically reload. So you still have one more action you can take. So you can attack
One
the
more shot
one
you can
across.
crack off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one more shot.
that's-
Exactly. So you can attack.
It's
the
always
across-
confusing because your action is two attacks whenever you take
Yes.
the
Yeah.
attack action.
Thank you for
Yeah.
knowing that for me. Yeah,
No worries.
I will.
You got it.
I will hear that there's still another charge about to fire, and I'll just shift over to the last enemy that we see on this. Woo! Okay,
Fighters rule, man.
Mm-hmm.
it hits. I'm just gonna say that. I rolled a 17 and it's gone higher
Okay.
than that,
Yeah.
right?
It's going to hit.
You're correct.
I don't
It's-
wanna do math.
No math.
Too much math. Woo! Okay, that's gonna
We
be.
should just start
6
doing
plus 1.
vibes-based D&D. No math.
I think that
yeah,
I feel like the
that
vibe
hits.
is
vibes.
I hit. 6
That's how I
plus
DM.
1.
I don't really prep
7,
that stuff.
Okay.
7 radiant plus 5.
Yep.
12.
12.
Yeah,
Beautiful. All right.
12
I
radiant.
like you. I like you saying that, Bones. The guy who you and I send our mechanics back and forth on
giant
our very
documents of homebrew.
specific mechanics for our upcoming like.
It's
specific
kind of true
scenarios.
though. I'll write like a 5-page thing on how to do like a death race encounter,
Yep,
but then when I get in the session and the first attack is made and they're like 17 hit and I'm like, yeah, it should. 17 hits and I'm like, the AC is 17 now.
Yeah.
I'll just change it.
So true. All right. Excellent. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Destra?
I think I'm out.
All right.
I've moved. I've actioned.
Brimble is up with Bell on deck.
Excellent. I'm up, and the one of them is dead. And how is the other one looking? It's only taken damage from that one shot that Destra just did, right?
There's been 2 shots. There was the explosion from the fireball that caught both of them, and
That's
then
right,
the one
that's
hit
right.
from Destra. Correct.
Great. Well, in lieu of having, since I have really no memory points or anything that I feel great about, I will dig into that Phantasmal Killer spell. So in this moment, Brimble having finally remembered that he does have like a love of his life that he's engaged to, right? Barbara. He suddenly is struck with this intense fear of never seeing her again. And as sort of, as a dancer, he leans into his emotions in the weave, in the magic, and starts to move his body, leaning into that fear to project Phantasmal Killer at this creature to show it its worst fear if it cannot succeed on a wisdom saving throw. So that's what it needs to do. I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw for this creature. And you know what? I'm going to use... One of my items. The Slippers of Unreasonable Confidence to make it so it has disadvantage on its saving throw. And as I'm going to do that by really shaking my hips to distract it from its wisdom saving throw, because it says I must describe how I dance a jig to distract it. So And he's upside down
attack-
right now. I'm picturing in the like gravity. He
Right.
does like if you were cool and there was gravity, how people can like grab a bar and make it look like they're walking, you know, like up the air
yeah.
to get vertical. He does that, but there's no gravity, so it's not really as impressive. And then he starts shaking his hips.
I roll a 5 on my saving throw. I'm distracted by them hips. So.
All right, that is a abject failure.
Excellent.
With a negative modifier on that, he has a 4. Now,
Good.
to emphasize this, to what you want to project, the thing it would probably be the most terrified of is seeing its mate burn away.
Oh, good. Is that maybe what just already happened?
Most likely, yes. So
Okay, great.
you can just take this and make it as
So it's
bad
just
as
a
you want.
loop of that burning, screaming like death of the fireball hitting it that it's seeing now. Even though its mate is dead, it's seeing it like in pain, screaming.
Oh
I know, it's horrible, right? That would be,
That's
that'd be
dark,
Brimble's worst
man.
fear too right now in this moment. So an easy thing to project, and it's gonna take 10 plus 15, so 25 psychic damage.
Wow.
From that attack, and now it has disadvantage on any ability and attack rolls for the duration. 1 minute concentration.
Wow.
That's a huge hit. It does not look very good now. It
Excellent.
went from looking good to not very quickly. It's a heavy hitting turn. Are you doing anything else, Brimble?
I will also use my bonus action to give inspiration to Loah. Since he's last, I start kind of like snapping my fingers, picking up the tempo, like, come on, Loah, let's go.
Loah,
We're gonna have jazz music playing during
Yeah,
your
I
turn.
know, right?
Yeah.
I'm annoyed
This.
that I said it because I'm the one who has to edit it,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna have to put this in for these things.
Loah, you feel inspired, but I don't know how inspired you truly feel, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Hey, you want me to make a
so-
performance check? Because I can make them with advantage.
We are now to Belle's turn, unless there's anything else, any movement you want to do with that. Brimble,
No,
before we
I
go to
think
Belle.
Yep, I'll stay where I'm. Stay put.
Okay. Belle, it is your turn. You are still flying in the air. You did take a little bit of damage. You took some poison damage. You're not poisoned. Everyone else seems to be doing okay, but you are essentially still 15 feet up, roughly about 15 feet on diagonal away from this creature. It's on the ground. What do you want to do?
Cool. He's flying in the air with his gun, and he's gonna say, "Now an Aarakocra can fire a weapon, a firearm while flying, but it is good to have a base, a strong base if you can find one." And so he's gonna fly and like put his legs on the wall behind him, and then aim down with the firearm while like trying to keep himself aloft. Aim his gun. He's gonna fire a spell into it that hopefully does damage. Does he have a cantrip, a first level spell, or a second level spell that does damage? He is just trying to do that. And so he's like, I gotta do damage. And so he's gonna try and fire a spell at it and see what happens if he's just putting his sorcery energy into the gun, trying to do as much of something as possible
Okay.
with a lower level spell.
Yeah. You just put your back into it. You're just grasping for anything. And suddenly multiple missiles made of magic burst out of the end of the gun.
Awesome.
So
Becomes a
you
machine
have
gun.
just successfully cast magic missile without a spell slot. Because
Oh,
you were
awesome.
able to do it by conjuring it in there. So go ahead and cast magic missile
That's
and give me
Cool,
those
that
damage rolls.
is. I gotta look up. Is it a D4 plus
think
my
it's-
spell?
D4 plus 1 for
always-
each bolt that hits
Yeah.
automatically, and I think 3 is what it is. It level 1, 3 bolts
Yeah.
of a D4 plus 1.
I did say I wanted to do as much damage as possible. Would I be able
With a
to
level 1.
upcast.
Could you?
You said you want to do a level
I'll
1.
do a level 1.
He said
Let's do a level
he
1.
wants any spell, cantrip, level 1, level 2 that he can do that does
heard
damage.
level 1. Well,
Yeah, I'll do it. No, I'll just do it. I was just gonna say for the extra zhuzh, put as a level 2. I'll just do it as a unlock a level 1. That's
I think it's fair
that's
since you
good.
got
So,
it for free anyway. Yeah.
So
yeah,
1d4
1d4 plus.
Yep.
Is it just +1 or is
It
it?
is
It's
plus
1d4
1, but-
plus 1.
Okay,
Firbolg.
gotcha.
Yeah.
That is
3, yep.
5
Nice.
on the first one.
Mhm.
And 3 on the second one. And 4
Hey, that's pretty good.
on the third
That's
one.
not bad, man.
That
missile
that
right
beats
there.
the average.
Yeah.
So 12 damage on that creature. It still has disadvantage. It's not looking good. You are kind of chilling up there with your feet on the wall, flying. Anything else you want to do?
No, that was great.
Okay. We are now to the top of the turn order. The anti-gravity effects suddenly stop. Just 100% gone. So anything that was floating now is no longer and is now falling. So we'll allow for a desperate high DC dexterity save from Loah.
I'll just
since
cast
he's-
Featherfall if I start to
Okay.
plummet.
Do you want to try the dexterity save? I'm giving you the option.
My dex has been real bad today.
Can I try to
So
make
we-
a save to see if I hold my pose of like walking up into the air, holding
Yes,
onto the
you
bar?
may.
Yeah,
We can
okay.
have that.
Utilize the core.
What
I'll
do I
roll
need
a
to
dex.
roll for that?
Brimble just wants to roll this in, just to rub this in the face of Loah. As I was right here.
Performance?
Well, I'm just a dancer. I have such body control. I want to see if I can
Yeah.
lock in.
I'm gonna
and
go
do
with
this.
Out of this world.
I'm gonna go with that being like a acrobatics or athletics roll to like
Okay.
really see if you can suddenly. So your choice. There.
Do I have proficiency in acrobatics? I know I have jack of all trades, so I've got at least +1 plus or whatever to it.
Brimble? You. Acrobatics would be the one you would choose.
Yeah, for sure.
So you get a +6 to your acrobatics.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So what did you get, Loah?
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you're gonna use that reaction.
You got my rolls
Yeah.
today. I'm so sorry for that.
Yeah, you reacted. You use Featherfall, and
I try to like rotate so my feet are pointing at the ground and my rotation just continues. And at a certain point I realize like I'm now going head first down, so I float the last 10 feet.
I do need you to roll a d20 for me.
Yes, let me make sure I
yeah.
use my spell slot for Featherfall. Let's get a d20 here. Oh, that's an 8.
Okay. Your various implants keep the magic from overwhelming you as you cast Featherfall. And then how did you do, Brimble, on your acrobatics?
Fucking crushed it, a 23. So I bet Brimble probably locks that bad boy in and looks really
You
cool.
don't even waver as you are just like moonwalking around the pole as you're just holding yourself out at a complete 90-degree angle from the. You don't even know where the pole came from. You like conjured a pole that wasn't there. It's like a stripper pole suddenly appears and you're just like you're moonwalking your way around it. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Great. So that was the reversal from almost every area around any surface. Sparks of blue-green energy suddenly start crackling and shooting out of it. I need, looking at the two people here, I need Brimble and Destra to give me dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
I love dexterity.
Keep making them decks. Yeah, that's
Oh.
good for me. Ooh, yes.
Destra?
I rolled a 4 plus
Okay.
a 5 dex saving throws and 9. I don't add anything
Okay.
else to that, do I?
No, that was it.
No.
Um,
Okay.
and Brimble.
You know, he's big, he's hairy, he's dexterous as hell. That's a 24.
Yeah. Brimble, you save. However, Destra, the sparking energy burns at first and then overwhelms you, and your vision goes dark. For a split second, you lose all sense of orientation, and when the vision returns, you are at the top of the room, 50 feet in the air, on the ceiling, 100 feet away from everyone else. You are literally on the other side of the rectangle, and you immediately start falling. I have a very high dexterity save throw that you can try to make to try to grab something, anything.
If only somebody had a fresh feather fall they could use and hadn't
But she is 100 feet away from everybody, so that might be outside the range.
I know, it's just like he already used his reaction to cast it on himself, right? So it wouldn't matter.
I stand up, look over, and I'm like, oh no.
Oops.
Maybe as a desperate attempt, you can like try to fling a dagger or your sword to kind of hit something. But yeah, you've got, give me something, and I'll give you a dex saving throw.
You can do it, Destra.
So I'm at the other, like I'm on the ceiling, across the room. I'm by the wall as well.
You are, you're
Or I'm, like-
basically teleported about 100 feet to the left of the room, kitty corner from the wall, so you're not quite there. You could maybe try to angle yourself to fall towards it, but yeah, it's wasn't great.
Are there any kind of like beams or weird like structural integrity things by the ceiling which would be closer to where she's falling?
The only thing you can really see on the ceiling, there are several large vents similar to the ones that you had previously crawled through, the one that looked like it was made for a medium to large size individual dressed in a manner similar to that of a flying rodent. And you notice that one of those is open and has some organic material like dripping out of it. Maybe you think in the small part of your mind that isn't freaking out that that's where these things originally came from. But no, nothing that is close to where you can quickly get.
Damn, y'all, she's just gonna have to take this fall. She's got
this.
a gun in her hands, or like a pulse bow. Yeah.
As you fall and hit the ground, you will receive 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You want me to roll another dex or no? Was that?
Well, if you just want to try to, I mean, if you pull a magic number out of your tail, we'll come up with something clever, but I'll let you.
I rolled 2.
Okay.
What happened to these wonderful dice
Is that the
rolls?
magic number?
Yeah.
I'm falling from the ceiling. I got nothing.
Dang.
Okay, so I took
all right.
how much? 21?
21 points of bludgeoning damage as you took 5d6 of fall damage.
I love the image in
And-
my mind of like a close-up of Loah like kind of gracefully landing with a feather fall, and then in the background of the shot you just see boom, it's the ground.
Amazing.
So as she's falling, obviously she's yelling. She's like, ah! Just hits the floor.
I turn around and there's nothing there. Like I missed the.
On the plus side, you're now only 10 feet away from the door on the other side of the room.
Okay, well, that's good.
So, Destra,
And
you
really
are,
close to the creature.
No, you are the creature that was responsible for this layer action. You are all the way across. You are literally 110 feet away from it now.
Oh, so not the door we entered from, but
No,
a different door.
It teleported.
I'm closer to different.
Yeah. Now that was the layer action. The creature, looking about, there's nothing directly in front of it because Bell is still like defying gravity himself, hanging off of the wall with his gun. Loah is slowly floating down, taking his sweet time. The only person he could conceivably see would be Brimble, So this thing, damaged as it is, turns and launches itself at Brimble, covering the 30 feet. See the 30 feet? Covering the 30 feet between the two of you. You see this hulking 9-foot tall creature just come barreling down, arms out at you. It makes 3 attacks against you.
With disadvantage.
You do have, with disadvantage, you do have a +1 to your AC because it's reaching over this little cover you've got. So
okay, and I have +1 because of the bracers from my base of 17, right? So I'm up to 19 AC then.
yeah, you're kind of killing it at the moment.
Yeah,
you're on the beefy side.
Yeah.
However, it does have 3 attacks, unfortunately with disadvantage, because you're making my life difficult. But here we go.
I sure am.
Okay, that's a 16. That won't cut it. Okay. Oh my gosh. 1 and a 20. So that won't cut it. Oh man, and 11. All right.
All right.
You make it through. You see this guy coming, these horrible looking claws swinging wildly at you, and you just kind of like lean one way, lean the other way, kind of bend your head a little bit, and that's it.
I'd love to take a reaction here too if I could.
Sure, you can take a reaction.
I've got inspiring movement, which is when an enemy ends its turn within 5 feet of me. I can take a reaction and use 1 bardic inspiration to move up to half my speed away from it without invoking opportunity attacks. And I also have bardic damage. Whenever I use a bardic inspiration, I can make an unarmed strike that I roll with my dexterity to hit on, and I do 1d8 plus my dexterity on that unarmed strike. So I'm gonna do a little spin move and try to backhand him as I'm spinning, and then move away from him is my goal. So let's see if we hit first.
Yep.
23 to hit.
That will do it.
Hell yeah. And then that's a D8 plus 3 because I get to add my dex to it. That is, max damage, 11 damage to him as I back away and move 15 feet away from him. And then, and one ally of my choice within 30 feet can also move up to half their speed if they want to use a reaction. I don't think there's anybody who's even an ally.
Well, you just moved. No, there's nobody close to you, and 15 feet away would basically put you almost right back at the entrance to the hall that you came from. But you are 15 feet away from
fine by me to be away from this thing. I'll take it. In
has
case anyone's going to
Loah-
fireball it again or some shit.
Is Loah slowly drifting down on top of your head?
Yeah.
Belle is about 10 feet away from you at a diagonal, standing on the wall. Yeah.
Things are looking good,
beautiful.
guys.
So Loah, it is your turn, and then we're back to the top of the turn order to find wherever Destra went.
Okay, where the heck is this monster in relation to me?
This monster, that's a very good question. As you're slowly floating down, basically in front of the doors to the hall you just left, this creature is only about 20 feet away from you at, let's say, roughly the 2 o'clock on a clock face.
Okay. I'm gonna try to mess this thing up. First of all, as a bonus action, I'm gonna
mess you up if you got a chance.
I'm gonna activate innate sorcery.
Ooh, yeah.
And as a bonus action for 1 minute, my DC goes up by 1. I have advantage on attack rolls if I have sorcerer spells, and my couple of my implants that were just like little metal future bits kind of do start to glow a little bit, and then I'm going to throw a vitriolic sphere at this ugly creature, and that is going to need to make a 20-foot radius sphere. I'm obviously going to hit it and nothing else.
Yeah, you are safe. There's no one else around there
to the side. Okay. Dex saving throw from that creature, and my DC is now 18.
And it has disadvantage.
Yeah, fails miserably.
Sweet. Okay, there's a weird damage rider with this. It's 10d4 acid on a fail, and then another 5d4 acid at the end of its next turn. So I'll roll
10d4 acid. Wow.
Whoever built these characters, it's really working for us.
Okay. I have to do some like calculator math now.
This is when D&D requires high-level calculus, you're like,
I was gonna say.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my
Bones rolled log 7? What the fuck?
I'm gonna use a sorcery point to empowered spell this one. And reroll a number of the damage dice up to my charisma modifier, which is 5, because I rolled 3 1s and a 2.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
that sucks.
So
I think that's worthy of using that. Well played.
I'm gonna reroll that, which means I've got to roll 5d4 now, and then I have to add up all the different d4s. Okay, 2 of them were still 1s, but the rest were 3s.
Okay.
So, okay. Total is 20. Okay, here we go. Ready? 29. 33 acid damage.
Nice.
Oh, that is
Pretty good.
beautiful. This thing
I just want to put all
This
the like
thing
math
looks
numbers around
so-
bones. You know?
messed up right now, right? Like the meme, there's like the
Yeah, all
right.
floating around.
Yeah, the this is so good.
And it's really adding +2, +2, +2, which is what I
Yeah.
ended up doing.
Tick damage.
Second grade math.
Yeah,
For sure.
First grade math, potentially.
but I did.
It looks super messed up, very very rough. Anything that you would want to do after that?
I think that's all I can do because I started with my bonus action. Do I need to roll another d20?
Yes, you do. I was going to ask because if nothing else, I'm
God.
gonna mess you up with a. Oh, yes.
I rolled an 11. I don't know if that's good or bad still.
Your implants seem to be working. You have not had a
Wow.
surge.
Loah is at this like, you know, it doesn't look crazy. He's not like gonna explode or anything like that, but like there's a bit more lights on and stuff like that. And internally he's just vibrating with both magical energy and like probably actual electricity. And he has a brief flashback. It's sort of right after that implant pressed into his arm with a sharp pinch. He stands up out of this chair and he's in this lab. It's a very like grim, dark looking lab. And on the walls are these, display cases, if you will, of eggs. And the eggs have different wires and suctions on them attached to them. And there's this other Yuan-Ti scientist standing there observing them, turns around, looks at him as he kind of walks over and flexes his hand a little bit. Then the flash goes back as the actual vibration inside him kind of shakes him out of it.
It's beautiful.
And that's my turn.
Yeah, it's a good turn. You have actually successfully landed on the ground as well now. And so now you are back on what, for this purpose, serves as terra firma. Destra, you are up. You are very far away from everybody at the complete opposite end of the room, this long rectangular room. The creature is essentially 100 and about 10 feet away from you. If you were standing facing it, it'd be kind of aligning with the opposite end of the rectangle from you.
So she's a little disoriented after all that. Is getting up, so that's taking, what, half her movement?
That's correct.
Where is she exactly again? You said she's by a different door.
So if you think, right, so if you were thinking about a rectangle, even think like a regular
Yeah.
piece of like legal paper on its side, you guys started at that far right hand side of the piece of that room, and that's where all the fighting's been going on. You have been basically teleport her to the absolute other end of that, and there is a door that is across from the same one you came in on the opposite wall, and you are only about 10 feet away from that one, and that was the only exit that you can see out of this room other than the air vents that are at the top of the ceiling that you saw while you were up there so closely looking at it.
So she's on the ground level now, or is she on the
Ground level.
observation deck? Okay.
You're on the ground level.
Is there a blockage due to like, I don't know, all the different couches or like the stairwell? Is there a blockage for her to see where the other creature is, or is it just like open view?
Oh, you are standing where you landed. It is actually a perfect. What you can see it perfectly. Okay. There's nothing between you and it. There are the other cocktail tables and chairs and couches lined up, but they're all kind of in the center of the room. And you got from where you were on that one staircase, it just kind of popped you off and then dropped you just randomly, and you landed at the other side. So you have almost a perfect clear shot at this creature if you want to take it.
Because we're so far away, I imagine from the original 50-foot cube of gravity, are the cocktails still okay on this side of the room?
Yes, they are. That is a good question.
You know, she needs to dull that pain.
Yeah, I say shake it off,
so,
quick drink.
Yeah.
There's
so
a cocktail table 10 feet away. Yep, you free action. I'll let you take us, knock back to
Snag an olive with that fork you had.
That fork.
Little tapas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's gonna take another as many shots as she can at this creature.
Okay. Yeah, from that distance.
It's a good thing you said at this creature.
Disadvantage. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's taking shots on the table too. This is
Take
just
as many
duel
shots
play.
as you can.
So my
more
far
shots.
range. My far range is 400, so my range is 100, and then 400 is like the max.
Yes. So you can definitely hit. It's just anything outside of that 100 is with disadvantage.
Okay.
So it is just outside. Well, actually, hold on. You moved. You moved closer to the cocktail table. Let me remeasure, because you may have. Oh my gosh. You literally moved to within 100 feet of it.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
So you
not
don't
even
have to roll.
tactfully, just I need my cocktails.
Yeah, well, you tactically chose cocktails, and it worked in your favor. So let that be a lesson to you, kids. Alcohol is always the answer.
Yeah, of course.
Always the answer. Well,
more you know.
So I rolled an 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 3. Wait. I'm confusing myself. 8 plus 8.
Yeah,
16. There we go.
16. 16 hits.
Yes.
Ooh! Your facial expression made me think it did not.
Well, I'm disappointed that it hit. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. 4 plus 1, 5 radiant, plus 5 is 10 damage.
Would you believe this thing only had 8 hit points left?
Good.
Yes.
So
Hell yeah.
it's.
But I had more to fire. That's fine.
You can shoot. You keep shooting its corpse. I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Yeah.
She action surges and shoots us some more. You just Destra, it's okay.
I mean,
So
we don't know how
as
these
you're
things
watching-
work. Maybe we need a double tap.
Bell is on the wall. Loah's floating down. Just hit it with this spear after Brimble has just like kicked it, running around the side of it.
Yeah.
Destra falls in a heap on the ground, 115 feet away, stands up, limps over to the table, knocks back a couple of drinks, and then all you see is the contents of its skull pan just evacuating in front of it as she puts a perfect shot through and through its skull from 100 feet away, and it crumples to the ground. We are no longer in any kind of initiative order. Good job, guys.
That was a threat to biological life.
Bell floats down next to Brimble. Did you say you need a double tap? And he tries to do a little tap dance with his shoes in the air, and they do the little clickety clack.
How does he do? How's his rhythm?
Make a performance check for me.
Can I roll a performance check? Good.
Yes, please.
I give you the help action.
Oh, what is my performance bonus?
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, you try to make that, and your performance bonus is amazingly a +5.
Nice.
Awesome. That's a 23.
Wow. That's a pretty effective soft shoe going on there. I'm gonna say that's pretty good.
We're doing just a little side-by-side number now. I'm loving it.
Great. We're just tap dancing together. Jesus.
You all go ahead.
How's the egg situation? Were they all destroyed?
No, there's still some more eggs in here.
Ooh. Okay.
But yeah, go ahead.
Good to know.
Yeah.
You can clearly navigate your way around them. There's some that you saw when you were up there when everyone's been flying. There are still some on that observation deck. There's also a few that are scattered about the floor here, but there's nothing that is immediately catching your attention
Urgent.
or of concern or a threat right away.
I think she would just go around with her. She'd throw the slinged weapon over her shoulder again and whip out her 2 short swords and just start like slashing and stabbing the eggs just to, stop the process of anything growing in the inside.
Well, you've seen the last time that something impacted it, it resulted in a vigorous explosion. So you probably would not want to be close to it when you were.
I thought that was just a
slashing it.
mechanical electric thing, but
I think you would intuit that you don't want
Okay.
to be close to these things if they are being attacked.
got it.
As you are all kind of gathering yourself from hidden speakers above, the station's gentle, computerized voice breaks in with some of its running commentary in the reality detached tone of someone ordering a glass of water while their ship has capsized.
System alert. Environmental leak contained. Aquatic entertainment zone, deck 130, temperature disrupted. Third repair team dispatched. Repair teams 1 and 2, deck 130, not responding. Deck 169, cinema projector repaired. Organic nutrition dispensation unit, deck 156, offline. Repair team detained. Automated neural networks, decks 163 through 170, partially engaged. Low priority. Central processing unit disengaged. Low priority. Memory integration circuits corrupted. Medium priority. Intruders detected. Deck 165. Gateway repository. Security detail dispatched. Partial quarantine.
There is a momentary pause.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So they fixed the cinema?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like the memory room might be somewhere we should go.
What movie do you think they're playing in the cinema?
Well, I bet if we reintegrate our memory, maybe we'll remember what the movie was.
Probably Memento.
It could be Clean Slate, the Dana Carvey film that has the same plot as Memento, released in 1994.
True.
But
Beautiful Sunshine,
What is-
Spotless Mind,
Yeah.
one of those.
it could be any. Yeah.
What is cinema?
Good question.
But I think the memory reintegration problem should probably be it says medium priority. I'm giving it high priority for me.
Yeah.
On a personal level, it's sort of a high priority.
Which floor
I
was
agree.
that on again? Where was that at?
Yeah.
So it said that the memory integration circuits were corrupted, but it didn't give a floor.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe too easy.
Is there like a "You Are Here" map anywhere with like memory integration circuits?
Well, you look around the room, and what you see is the clear labeling of the observation deck, but the promenade is the place you haven't been yet. And just naturally, you kind of intuit the promenade is like the main thoroughfare. Like you guys have not actually been to the main corridor highway, if you will, of the station. So if there was anywhere to get anywhere, it probably would be through that.
Okay.
Since Destra is kind of still nearby that other exit, can she go back and see if she can open the door?
Yeah.
Take a little peeksies.
The rest of your team probably patching themselves up as they need be and walking in a direction, making careful use of the not walking around any eggs, unless you disagree with that, Brimble.
No, I'm definitely being careful about any eggs. I was just gonna. You said promenade, and then that's where my Brimble's like, "Ooh, promenade." Yep. You know, like, "Oh, that's must be where you dance or something." You know.
To be fair,
yeah.
Just dancing around all the eggs. Just
Destra, you walk close to those double doors, similar to the ones that you walked through to get into this room. As you approach them, the double doors open easily, suddenly, and without apology into a space so vast that for a moment your mind declines to measure it. Before you stretches the central hallway of this alien complex, a grand promenade roughly 250 feet wide, running left and right into the distance beneath impossible architecture. Towering walls climb upward for what looks like 100 stories or more, layered with windows, balconies, arched walkways, suspended galleries, and strange geometric recesses lit in soft blues, pale greens, and the occasional emergency yellow. It is totally foreign, magnificent, and thoroughly compromised. The promenade before you is littered with makeshift barricades, burning debris, sparking turret housings, shattered cameras, collapsed gates, and disabled modrons in various stages of being repaired, repurposed, or politely ignored. Other modrons move about briskly through the wreckage, carrying tools, dragging components, and each other, welding supports, and in several cases repairing one another with a kind of calm efficiency usually reserved for people fixing a roof in a light drizzle, rather than an entire civilization under active assault. And from where you are standing to your right, you see signage that indicates a curvilinear route that takes you towards the laundry, lavatories, and the landing bays. But to the left, the promenade continues deeper into the citadel. Among many things that catch your eye are the gateway repository. You also note the obsidian memory banks and other features listed off to the left.
Slide to the left.
Hey everybody, I think I
Slide to the
found
left.
our next location. It says obsidian memory banks. You think that could be the medium importance location?
Memory sounds right to me.
Although there's a few obstacles in the way, but I think we can manage.
Let's get to stepping.
And I do like a little cool kind of step and walk dance move.
Bell makes
As
a ton of
you
noise.
guys-
doing
Yeah,
so.
it's the same thing, but click, clack, click, clack, click, clack.
Sounds like 20 people marching in unison as Bell takes each step, like the snare drum with each step. As you try to pick your way through there, you can just see that there's been a ton of damage that has been smacking into all the different areas. May have a group perception check as you are just walking and getting a feel for all of this. We will start with Loah.
Rolled a 19.
All right, and then Bell.
That is a natural 20 for a 19.
Okay, beautiful. Destra.
It's a 9 for a 13. Do I add proficiency bonus?
No, this was not a saving throw. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Specifically for your
That's already involved
perception.
in the score you gave me, right?
You're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's total-
Okay.
Yep.
Just 13.
All right. 13. I'm doing math. Okay, and then Brimble.
And what is my perception modifier?
Your perception modifier is +3.
Great, then I got a 4.
Good.
What are you looking at over there?
Very distracted. I pulled out my little pocket mirror, has the negative boon on it. The debuff says once per day at a dramatically inconvenient time, it whispers an accurate physical insecurity. So it whispers to me that my fur caught under the tights makes it look like I have a muffin top, and that distracts me.
Just looking down.
Yeah, I'm looking down at myself, kind of judging my body, feeling bad.
Great. So good. Oh, okay. Inspirations across the board. That was beautiful. You guys have that. And I'm serious. Heroic inspirations across. So as you are looking about, one thing that everybody notices except for Brimble is that the damage seems to have been coming from the direction of the loading or landing bays. And that whatever has happened, it seems like something started at the landing bay and has made its way down the promenade and is headed the same direction that you are, based on the discarded shell casings, the various pockmarks of explosions, and the residue of magical destruction that you see. You come across a pair of damaged wall turrets that are on opposite sides of the promenade, and you watch them shut down, kind of like an electrical energy come across them, and then they pop up, they are rebooting themselves, and they start to fire at each other again, and then they kind of knock down. But anything caught in that crossfire is going to be potentially pelted by a tremendous amount of negative energy.
Okay.
You see a quadrone standing there, a little bit dumbfounded, a spanner in one hand and a screwdriver in the other, and it's just staring unblinkingly at the two turrets shooting at each other.
So another group has been through here. Perhaps they are the intruders.
So we have to find a way to disable this? Is that
Or get by
To
it without
the
getting
turret
hurt by it.
Bypass it. Yeah.
okay?
I think we let the turrets fire at themselves rather than us.
But it seems like they
Aren't they? They're like shooting and then just turning back up. They're like just firing at a wall of damage that we have to get past.
They're fighting.
Right.
They're firing like at each other. Like they're locking and fighting each other, and it's causing a brief pause as they kind of reboot. But then they reboot, come back, they start firing each other again. So it's like this
There's a
intermittent
window to try
hail
to-
of
A window to get through.
we just try to jump through when they stop.
Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we trust our timing? Is that the move?
My timing's impeccable.
show us how to do it. Show us how to do it.
Yeah, I will. I will do a magnificent ballet leap across when there's
great.
an opening.
Give me
like a puzzle
give me a
mission.
dexterity saving throw, please,
I got you,
as
baby.
you go rocketing through there.
How does a 21 do ya?
Yeah, you actually intentionally waited until they were shooting, and then you were like diving around these bolts of energy, and you just like made it look so easy.
Can feel
Other
it
side.
in the air, boys and girls.
After seeing you do that, the quadrone with the spanner and the screwdriver, it tries to do the same thing. It's running at it with both in its hand, and it makes amazingly, after watching you see it run, and it doesn't even dodge. It just runs, and it's like it just misses every time as they're shooting each other. They just
Wow.
like because it amazingly rolled incredibly well.
That's
And it
what I
stands
like to
there
see.
and immediately starts turning and starts tinkering with one of the panels on the other side of the wall of crossfire. What are the rest of you doing?
I see them do that, and Belle steps up, and first I'm going to use my Bastion of Law ability, which allows me to put up to 5 sorcery points into it, and those, if I have 5, do I have 5 sorcery points?
You haven't used them yet, so
yeah.
yes. You have 7.
Yeah, I'm going to use all 5 and get me 5 d8s that will take damage before I take damage, basically.
Oh, sick. You're just trying to take
and so it's
shit
like-
to look cool.
How long does that last?
well, I'm still nervous I'm gonna make it or not,
Fair.
but these stay with me like for a long time.
Okay.
Until I finish a long rest.
That's
so
awesome.
it's like this the swirling protective energy of this Bastion of Law, and I am gonna try and make this deck save and get through without taking any damage. So, my dexterity saving throw is a 7.
You don't make it without taking damage.
Yay!
Yeah, that is beneath
God.
the DC. That's amazing. So good thing you put that on there. So as those things fire at you, I'm going to make a series of attack rolls to see what would hit you as you try to run through this blaze here.
A series of attack rolls, friends.
Yeah.
Instead
Good
of
thing you did all
series.
5. I mean,
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay. Out of those shots, you're gonna have 3 that possibly land, and that's going to be 17 points of damage as you dodge through it.
We got 5 on the first D8.
I say dodge with quotation marks as you dodge through it.
7 on the second one, so I'm up to 12. 2 on the third one, 14. And 2 on the fourth one,
16.
16. Do I use the last one? I'll take 1 point of damage.
There you go. Okay, you take 1 point of radiant damage as one of them gets through. You know what it reminds me of? You know on The Mask when he's like, did they miss me? And he starts drinking and the water starts pouring all out of it. That's kind of what I see.
I try to do the exact same thing that Brimble does with that awesome move, the shimmy. I just get blasted by these things. The shield that I made of myself just gets annihilated. I have like 1 left, 1 d8 left, but make it through.
There you
With 1 point of damage as it takes 1 feather off my wing.
God. Goodness gracious.
See?
What are you saying? That I can
Easy.
dodge bullets? No. No, Neo. That's it.
No, nice try.
Destra is going to kind of time it out after watching how often it happens and seeing
That's
one
probably
person make
smart,
it and one
yeah.
person not make it.
Yeah.
She's done the math. She's like, okay, this is the timing I need. And she's going to dash and do some parkour to try to get around the level of where these bullets are being fired. Either below, above, whatever she can, like if there's like boxes or things that she can just like mount.
There's a lot of debris in these makeshift barricades. Some look like they were maybe brought by others, and some looks like it's maybe been here or was recently constructed, but there's plenty of things to try to dodge around. Go ahead and give me you want to do acrobatics?
I don't know what that is. No, my
So if
athletics
you
is,
using
though.
your acrobatics or athletics check, you could use that over just your dexterity save. So it gives you, instead of being a +1, which is, oh sorry, I'm looking at the wrong person here. Instead of that being a +5, you get a +8 if you use acrobatics. Because you're using that kind of
do
dodge
the
around.
acrobatics.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Long
Let's do
dice.
that.
I rolled a 4. 4 + 8 is 12.
You...
Oh wait, I have a heroic inspiration. I'm going to re-roll.
Okay.
And it's going to be better than 4. It's better than 4. That's a 17.
Nice.
Got, yeah, without
17 plus
any
8,
issue,
20.
you
5?
vault and flip and land over it and have no problem getting to the other side in a beautiful flurry of acrobatic grace.
Can I say that this unlocks a memory?
Sure,
Not
go
unlocks a
for
memory,
it.
but a memory resurfaces.
Yeah, go for it. What do you remember?
So this takes her back to her younger years in like the alleyways of the city. She's running from something. She's trying to evade something, and she's just dashing quickly throughout the alleyways, mounting whatever she can, parkouring and evading things, projectiles coming her way, whatever those may be. But her adrenaline's high, and she's just like, I gotta get away. I gotta not get caught by authorities or whoever's chasing her.
Love it.
And then she flashes
Very good.
back, and it's like, what was that?
Loah, you are watching all these dynamic displays. You've seen some incredibly epic successes. You saw one success, but less epic. And as you are prepared to take the action that you need, the guns completely power down.
Oh.
And you hear them say in monotone, sorry, as the quadrone with the spanner and the screwdriver turns, and it kind of does a little happy dance on its 2 feet, kind of tip-tapping without being able to show any emotion. And then he walks forward, looking at the three of you who successfully made it across, and then looks back over at Loah, his one big eye just taking you all in. And then its lens whirring seems to measure you for a moment. System assets. Proceed to the gateway repository. Organic threat remains active. Local security attrition exceeds projections. Assistance is now considered prudent.
Oh.
What repository was that again? What was the name of it?
Gateway repository.
Maybe next
Please
time,
proceed.
Bell, you should just wait if there's a rope, if it's working on the panel.
I just shuffle forward,
Yeah.
harmlessly catch up.
I think Bell and Loa, by the way, I think you still both have bardic inspiration, right? Because it lasts for an hour.
Yeah, I still got
yeah.
one.
Okay, cool.
Yep,
cool.
you're good.
I just
I forgot to use it but that was so low
Yeah,
that
I
I
mean-
didn't think to use it. But
What do you guys do? You see the signs. It still seems to be quite a ways away, but a quick jog. You feel like you could make it down there. But what are you thinking? What are you feeling?
definitely. I mean, I'm headed toward the gateway repository, right? Or they? Yeah. Let's figure this shit out. I've had enough of not knowing what's going on fully.
Yeah.
Be ready for another scrap.
You continue to pass actual scrap. You see still more repair going, but you do pass these corridors and these bizarre rooms that are built into the side of this massive alien architecture and annex. You read past a side passage that's labeled the Hall of Halls, which seems like a destination and more like an administrative cry for help. You pass another one that reads corridor with irony department, beneath which the decorative facade has completely fallen off. You keep going and you find a further chamber where it has said cataloging and ciphering. And you see that within the windows there, a Modron sorting through documents and actually shuffling paper. You keep moving, and as you go through, you just see these massive rooms, these multiple gates and tunnels, but the signs keep pointing you as you finally start making your way towards the actual gateway repository. As you approach it, 20 minutes of brisk travel along the Grand Promenade. You've passed all these preposterous side corridors, this ludicrous civic departments, and enough fascinating nonsense that could just completely derail lesser people entirely. You finally arrive at this broad corridor branching off to your right.
and above it, in helpful gold bronzed embossed letters, is written Gateway Repository. Ahead, you see a makeshift barricade of surprising sophistication that has been erected facing the promenade. It has been torn to near shreds. Twisted plating, shattered turret housings, dangling quadrone parts, and bits of triodone chassis hang from it in a violent disarray. The wreckage is splashed with dark organic fluids that looks deeply suspicious, mostly because they appear to belong inside living creatures instead of outside of them. But just beyond the ruined barricade stand the great bay doors of the repository, closed but completely intact. Between the doors and the barricade lie discarded ammunition cases, scorch marks from discharged spells, shattered repair units, and the general residue of angry individuals working very hard not to die. From the wreckage, a single quadrone emerges, hobbling toward you on 1.5 legs, and brandishing a multi-barreled energy weapon so disproportionately large that it feels less like a practical armament and more like a religious atonement. In this pitiful hop run, it cheerfully declares in a flat monotone, "We have sealed the organics in the Gateway Repository. This is the only entrance. Therefore, they have no hope of escape."
Do we need to enter this for any reason? I'm feeling no. Seeing what it's done to this entire hallway.
System assets, core protocol deployment remains preferable to further Modron attrition. As he looks about, you can see the Modron wastage that is just everywhere. Kind of looks at you
I think
desperately, if it could be desperate.
I'm doubting the station's ability to contain this.
Yeah.
I think we can handle it. I don't know exactly who I am for certain, but I've made it this far without dying, and what's the chances we're gonna die now?
Are there any vents nearby? It says it's the only entrance. Is it the only entrance?
Well, you ask it. This is the only entrance. Physically.
Physically.
So Destra can't perceive any kind of air conditioning vents of any sort.
No.
Are there non-physical entrances?
Yeah, well, it was non-physical.
Indeed. Gateway pairs permit local, remote, interplanar, and macro vessel transit.
Does that help us?
I must not be a science-y teacher because I don't know anything about what he just said. But if I've learned anything through this learning experience, it's that, well, we're a very capable group. I think we can manage it.
Right. I think we can too. Kook, are you saying you can, like, magic us in there?
Negative. Can proceed
all right.
through the door. Confront the organics.
It seems like we have to use the door.
It might be. It might be our final choice.
Yeah.
It's holding a massive gun, right?
Yes.
Is that what it's doing?
It's holding
Can
a quad-barreled energy weapon of some kind.
Could I use that gun that you're holding?
Affirmative. And it just holds it out towards you. And as it does so,
Great.
it's getting a little
Wonderful.
bit unbalanced, like it's about to tip over because it's moving its mass. In
Right here. Yes, I've got it.
Okay.
Yes. Here it is. I have.
It does
the gun.
take a base strength just to be able to handle it, so you do need to have a base strength of 14 just to be able to manhandle without
What is my
disadvantage.
base strength?
Your base
I know my
strength is
modifier, but what is
5.
my base? It thuds to the ground immediately.
You tip forward.
Good.
I was gonna hand this to you, Destra, if you wanted to use the big gun, I assume you could use it better than I can't seem to wield it.
Destra, you
inspect this
actually
weapon?
do make the. You do actually have the base strength to carry this.
Okay.
Just barely, but it's there. And yeah, so it's basically, as you're looking at it, where you look at your pulse weapon that you have, and it does like 1d10 per shot. Because this is a triple barreled, it would do 3d10 per shot.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
Cool.
that's pretty slick.
Yeah, let me hold on to that for you.
Yeah. It
3d10 plus anything?
Yeah, it's basically still the same
greedy.
+8 for hit, plus 8 to hit.
Oh, okay.
Well, you did, and then you get your, and then you get to add your same dex modifier to each damage. I kind of get the sense of like when Rocket Raccoon gets the weapon, he's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's- the Quadrone looks at you. System assets, core, greatly appreciative.
Don't mention it. Can we open this door up?
Yep, let's go in.
All right.
Destra says, good luck.
Pretty sure we're intruders too. It's fine.
The
Don't tell him
bay
that.
doors.
Yeah, no.
He's not all there.
No, we're in charge. Remember, we're the repair group.
Yeah, of course.
Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Yes, of course.
The bay doors grind open with a faint note of vast mechanical reluctance. Beyond lies a room that attempts, with some success, to make a mockery of scale. 2 lines of black-green obsidian gateways that frame and stretch away into the distance on either side of a central gangway 25 feet wide. Some of these gateways are the size of double doors. Others are hundreds of feet in both height and width. Immense paired arches capable of swallowing interstellar freighters whole with excess room to spare. These paired gateways stand every 50 feet along the central span, each set flanked by narrower 10-foot side walkways that are interrupted only by squat 10 by 10 structures that presumably house some kind of control. The gangway stretches onwards so far that the mind rebels at the sight of it. Infinity itself is usually quite boring. This is worse. This is repetition, scale, and purpose stacked so high that your brain begins to search for excuses not to process it. Row after row after row of gateways disappear into the impossible distance so far that it's not darkness, it's at the edge of your actual vision that it just tunnels out to it.
How could something like this be built?
Give me a perception check. As a group.
I think the Modron might be right. I'm not sure I can handle this.
All right, let's go ahead and go with Destra.
18.
Beautiful. And Belle.
I got another nat 20.
What? Dang, that's like your third one, is it not?
Okay,
Yeah.
Loah.
It's been a lot of. I don't know what's up with me recently.
I keep trying to. I'm excited. I rolled a 17 when I got a 1 to add to this, and then Kyle just tops it each time.
I don't.
It's still
that's
good.
wild.
Okay, and then Brimble.
21. Feeling good.
Okay. Yeah. What was your max with that one, Belle?
Was this perception?
Yeah.
So it's a -1, so it's a 19.
Okay. So
I love
just
an
make sure-
Aarakocra who has bad perception. Eagle-eyed,
Right.
truly. Yeah.
yeah,
18, 18, 19.
Yeah.
Philippine
20.
Eagles,
So,
I guess, can't see.
Brimble, you are the first to see it, Far down the gangway, in the middle of one of those structures that kind of house the 10 by 10 in the middle of that 25-foot wide gangway, you see some sparking at the top of it where a turret has apparently been disabled. But you see figures moving, taking cover in a coordinated militaristic action with laying down cover fire and calling out to each other, advancing in bursts as they take down another turret about 80 feet away from you. One of them turns just enough for you to see their face. It's your face. Or near enough from this distance that makes that realization profoundly unpleasant.
I pull up my little mirror, like I'm looking at it, like,
yeah,
what the fuck? To verify what I look like. Yeah.
It yells. You can't quite make out what was said. And then it looks like the figures kind of pop behind this distant 10 by 10 structure. Mm-hmm. As if they were seeking cover.
Did they notice us?
One of them that looked distinctly similar to Brimble, and Brimble's the one who caught this. The rest of you are still kind of awestruck by the enormity of the room in which you stand. Brimble, what do you want to do? What would you say?
I just saw the most handsome intruder I've ever seen in my life. I could be wrong, but I think that looked exactly like me up there. But there's a group of them that are shooting at the turrets. I don't understand.
Was there a group of them?
Yeah.
Did they all look like us?
I only saw the
like
one.
Versions of us? Well, I know you only saw one because if you would have saw me, you would see the most handsome person that you've seen.
Yeah, certainly. Okay, buddy. Keep dreaming.
Both of you could use some work done.
Do you have a twin?
I don't think I do, but I mean, I could. Maybe I've got a twin here.
Do you have a twin?
Do we all have twins? We could. I don't know.
We
I don't remember a twin.
I start digging deep in my memory.
I remember a twin.
I have a twin?
As you're discussing, you're thinking, you see you hear some fire as a couple more lances of electricity. The group on the other side of this building appear to be shooting at another turret on the other side that was shooting at them. A wide shot seems to go towards the left, which is your right, and it smacks into one of the smaller gateway portals. The obsidian frame shudders, then briefly blossoms into an impossible depth that then refines itself into a clear image as for a heartbeat the portal opens. You clearly see in this portal an immense city suspended along the inner surface of a sphere, impossible architecture curving overhead and underneath, streets and towers hanging above as naturally as they stand below, all wrapped around a luminous hollow center. And then the image and the portal snaps shut. You eyes glance back at the center area where you now hear the distinct explosion as a turret breaks down, and a trio, no, 4 heads peek around the building, 2 on one side and 2 on the other, and each of you stare back into the eyes of your doppelganger. And then they fall back behind.
Are they wearing the same exact clothes as us, or is it just like the body that's the same? Like, is it the exact same weaponry and clothing?
No. They seem to be wearing a brown mesh body armor that looks pretty similar to the brown coloring of the cockpit.
What do you guys think? I don't know what the.
Do we talk to them? Do you want to talk?
I could try.
I don't know. I'm
try to make friends.
Talking to myself, I suppose.
I mean, if he's anything like me, he's going to be reasonable. So
I don't think we're
He'd
going
be
to
a very good
reasonable.
dancer.
I just automatically hate another me. That's just not right.
probably.
I don't trust the other one.
You think we should just
Yeah.
go and attack him? Maybe we can knock him out and ask him.
I could shoot a fireball over there, but I don't know if that.
I could put my.
I'm nervous about shooting someone. I don't. They're hiding from us. Why are they hiding? Are they afraid?
We're
afraid.
I could fire off my stinking cloud at them all, which would give them, anyone who starts their turn there, has the poison condition. If they fail the save, right? Each creature that starts their turn as fear must succeed on a constitution saving throw or have the poison condition until the end of their current turn. While poisoned in this way, creatures can't take actions or bonus actions. So I could throw that up on them, and then maybe we could
Do you want to
roll
maybe
up on them.
prepare that and hold it if we need it, and then someone talk to them?
Plus, other me is pretty good at avoiding getting poisoned.
They're all using our weapons. Maybe they aren't us. Maybe they rely on these weapons and not our supposed abilities. We should make haste.
Well, I think someone should talk to them. Do we draw straws, or do you want to just go for it?
I feel pretty
We
confident.
could talk to
in
them
my
after we
Brimble more than myself.
put them in a
I
bind.
I feel like I could talk to him maybe and just see what's going on. Well, how should I approach them?
And we
Do I
stay
just
ready in
run up?
case it goes worse.
Oh wait, 1 second. I want to look up. I've got. What does hidden step do again? I can turn invisible till the start of my next turn. We got that as a Firbolg. I could like turn invisible and make my way closer to them, see if I can overhear anything before appearing. Before them, but I don't know.
Yes, go. Do it. Go for it.
All right,
Let's see what
we'll
go
do
for
it then. I'm gonna use hidden step and approach and see if I hear anything from them before I reveal myself and try to talk to them. That's
Okay.
my plan.
Can Destra go at a different angle and try to keep to shadows? So it goes along with him, but just like in a way that hopefully isn't being seen. She's stealth.
You're kind of caught in a bit of a open area that doesn't have a lot of cover, because behind you is the door that you came through, and then you've got this 25-foot wide gangway that has railings on the side of it, but the only thing between that door you came through and the first little control building is about 50 feet away, and they are hiding behind that. And it's a 10 by 10 structure that they are behind. Now, there are these massive gates that are all along the side of these gangways that stretch out next to them that you could maybe try to scatter on. Sneaking up on them is certainly fine. They don't seem to be attacking you right away. Calling out to them is not a bad idea, but whatever you want to do, the time does tick, so it's up to you.
Yeah,
what you
I want to move. I definitely want to move. I just want to move up and just for one turn's time, if I can overhear anything, any additional information before.
Okay, so
out to
I
them.
guess I'll let him go.
Just if they start shooting at me, I want you all to attack them.
So you move. You're invisible.
Goes without saying.
Yeah.
Goes without saying.
Okay. You move invisibly.
She's gonna-
and go ahead.
She's gonna activate her lapel pin to be able to see him as invisible walking away, so she
Beautiful.
can keep tabs
Okay,
on.
But right before I go invisible, though, I do a little shake of the hips. Let's go, team, and give Bardic inspiration to
Wait.
Destra.
Code word, so we know each one of us is us.
Great idea.
Fantastic
We look
idea.
different.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Okay. But what if the other one of you just knows you so well that they know that you would choose peanut? I think we should choose the code words for each other so that the other person can't intuit
Yes.
what the code word might be. If it's me, I would know what code word I would think of for myself.
Oh, yes.
So I think
Excellent.
that your code word instead of peanut butter should be jelly, because he'll never think of that.
Oh, yes, of course. Jelly.
Destra just kind of looks over at Loah with like just incredulous look on her face, like what the?
You got it. You choose a code word for Loah, so we can verify it's the real Loah, Destra.
Right. I think I can tell who Loah is.
That's a terrible code word. All right, Loah, your code word is bicycle pump.
Okay. And Brimble, your code word is tiny.
Tiny. Perfect. Okay, great. And what should Destra's be?
Destra's can be peanut butter.
The refusal to use a code word. If the other Destra tries to guess a code word, we'll know that's the other.
You know what? That's a
Yes,
great idea.
Perfect.
Sure.
We've got it. Foolproof plan.
Yeah, this is good. All right, good. I go invisible. All three of you have bardic inspirations, and I approach them.
Oh.
Great. I was giving you one with my little dance there, Destra.
Oh,
just
okay.
So that.
So with your one turn of movement, you can get within 30 feet of it, which puts you still 20 feet away from them, but it's enough that you can start to pick up snippets of information. And you hear some arguing. You hear Destra say, "We're getting low. What do we need to do to get out of here?" And you hear Loah saying, "Damn it, can you not hear them? They're still using that Modron crap." You hear Destra, "Anyone still have their potion up?" Brimble says, "No." Bell says, "Not anymore." And the next question, "You have invisibility? I used that earlier." And you hear them going back and forth a little bit. And
Who said that?
"Is it time for the big guns?" And so you hear them have a little bit of a conversation.
Who is that out? Excuse me. Who's out there? We're all. You're trying to get out of here. So are we. Hello. This is how I'm doing a really good job.
He's closer. Guys, get in position. What did he say? I don't know what he's saying.
Oh no! Positions. No positions. We don't mean you any harm. I'm you. Maybe. Do you know who you are?
Brimble, give me just a wisdom check.
A wisdom check, baby.
Yeah.
I got this.
Meanwhile, Destra is saying he's moving around frantically as if he's talking to me.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 and my wisdom's +2, so 21.
Yeah. Brimble, it took a second. The whole thing's throwing you off, and you realized a thing. They're speaking common.
And that means something to me that they're speaking common.
Are we not?
That's what I'm like. I can't remember. Were we not speaking common?
I think we are under the effect of a
the
like a
potion.
universal language
Oh, okay.
magic effect from a potion.
Oh, that's
Okay.
right.
Brimble, you suddenly realize you've been on this track for well over an hour since you have woken up. Any effects of any potion would have worn off by now.
Okay.
And yet you have understood every Modron. You've understood every system announcement. You have read every sign without a problem this entire time.
Oh no.
And you suddenly recognize
No.
that the core has been talking to the system asset every time it has addressed you.
I think I know what's going on.
Oh god.
Me, BK. I think I know.
What do you think's going on then, Kitty?
Ah. Can I say, GM? Can I say I think I know what's going
Oh,
on?
yeah.
Is that
I
gonna
think you
ruin
can
it?
say
Sure.
it.
All.
Sure.
Wow.
We are a part of like the ship in terms of like it scanned the intruders and made us using the intruders' abilities.
Mhm.
And we are the doppelgangers.
We're the
we were
Modrons.
created,
Oh,
We are
and those are the real us out there.
That's what I kind of figured. Yeah. Okay. And so, but is my physical body what I think it looks like? Is my only question then? At this point.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Your memories start to collide a little bit, as fractured as they are, and you even remember in the very first room as you're waking up that cockpit destroyed, tunneling through, burned through so many of the systems that are used to generate the appropriate memories and imprinting. In fact, it was one of the first things you saw waking up was one of the core memory injectors had been destroyed because of that cockpit tunneling through and messing up all of the systems.
Okay. I'm a copy made from them. So I guess I'm just trying to grapple with how that would feel to me as a creature, what my existence means to me now. Do I feel allegiance
How does
to
it
the
feel to
ship,
you as
or
a
do I-
player?
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's the news. Because I think those two things can be the same at the moment.
Yes, it's true. It feels like my immediate thought is, okay, well, I don't want to kill these people that I was made from, so I don't really care that much about assisting the ship in getting rid of them or the station. I want to assist them in leaving and also leaving with them. Is where my head goes.
We don't know this yet, right? The rest of the crew, or we haven't really.
No, because
Figured anything out.
Brimble's the one hearing it.
Yeah.
Destra's kind of back, so this is all Brimble's revelation. And I don't know, Brimble, do you stay where you are? What do you do? You've just been hit with a lot.
Yeah, I think I might just stay where I am for a second and processing this. If anybody just sees me just standing there like, what? Like my little jaunt in my step kind of stops. I stop dancing to myself finally. And
Brimble!
I'm standing still.
Brimble, are you under the effect of a spell? What's wrong?
I just wait for you to come up here. Come up.
Destra's gonna just start like walking forward.
Warily
Walk up,
approach.
Yeah.
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 They're still not like attacking us or attacking me or anything.
You not attacking you. You can hear them. Make a perception check as others are coming up for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that all of us or just?
That was just Brimble because he's the one trying to.
Okay.
He's closest.
That's
to
a
hear what they're saying.
12.
Okay. You hear them discussing stuff, and then Destra in a very commanding voice saying, "We have to finish. We install the control arm and we can get out. Lyseri will then have the control she wants and we'll get paid."
Well, so they're not attacking us. You guys are coming up. They're just trying to get paid. I don't know. I really don't know how to respond.
Can we walk up and what's going on? Are they us? Are we-
They're not us, we're them.
What?
Well, there's two things are reciprocal. That means the same thing. What are
Well,
you talking
means
What do
they
you
were
mean?
first, we were second.
about? If I like look at my hand and like my wounds and stuff, do I look like flesh and blood? Oh, so we're part of the ship then. Is what you're?
Yeah.
Is what's happening here?
I think so, because we can hear them and understand everything around here, but we shouldn't be able to.
Can I have a memory that triggers real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Bell has a memory that flashes immediately upon realizing this, and he is in the deep part of this fancy house that he was at, and he's in this dark area with a crew of people dressed as grounds crew who are opening up a safe in the bottom of this house, and the guy opening the safe kind of looks back and says, Clarence, I can't believe you fooled this group of nobles so good. We thought you could, but honestly, I didn't know if you were gonna do it. And Bell just kind of, yeah, well, I guess it works out, I suppose. Now, give us what are the passcodes? You learned them, right? Yeah. The passcodes are the name of their children: Eric, Arthur, Lily, and the name of their unhatched daughter, Rosalie. As he says the words, the safe opens. All right. And as the safe opens, from behind out in the hallway, Eric, kind of the young teenage boy, walks in. Mr. Bell? What's going on? Oh, man. The kid just saw us. And everyone kind of pauses for a second. What are we gonna do? I guess we gotta do something. And he reaches for his pistol, and then the memory kind of flashes forward. Bell making a choice, throwing down wall of fire where he's standing, taking a bunch of fire damage, saving the boy and getting out. Memory comes back to him realizing that he's not who he thought he was in this moment. Oh, I'm a fraud. I'm not a teacher. I'm a con man. And I'm not even anything. I'm part of a ship. I think he would sit down.
Each of you kind of glanced over it several times, whether you first went into the hall, and then when you went into the armory and out, several times mentioned that there was a sign over the door. Nobody paused really to focus on the sign. Nobody really paused to ask, what does the sign read? But in this moment, as you are faced with these heavy thoughts, the sign, like a simple slice through a fog, comes to your mind as it reads, Organic Reclamation and Reconstitution Facility, Security Detail.
We're the security detail.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I don't really fancy being security detail, though.
Brimble, your voice calls from the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You hear him saying, I've got the highest charisma. Calling out, hey, we really don't want to fight anymore. It's been a hard, long day. You haven't attacked us yet, so what's the deal?
Going through a bit of an existential crisis over here, bud.
I have to say, I've heard about you all, your mimicry. I never thought it was real. It's a little disturbing, to be honest.
You're telling me? Oof. Some sort of glitch going on with the system that is responsible for making exactly whatever we are, and don't think we're quite working the way that we're meant to. I don't think, I look at the others, I don't think we want to fight you.
I certainly don't.
Yeah.
I'm just on the floor moping.
Yeah, I just put my hand on Bell's little shoulder down there on the ground. We're not really feeling up to fighting either. And this may be hard to stomach, being that we're apparently clones of you or recreations of you, but we wouldn't mind, I don't think, getting out of here too.
But tell us, who are we?
Well, that's a good question.
Who am I?
Who am I?
I think that's something that we're gonna have to figure out ourselves now.
Think ourselves know.
But I'm not him. Even though I might look like, I might remember some of it, but I'm me now.
Destra, you step out from behind this 10 by 10 building, which is helpfully labeled housing control. And as you step out, you see yourself. Not you moving, not you stepping out, but your other you stepping out. Carrying 2 blazing scimitars of electrical energy that extinguish and are put onto your thighs. Looking at yourself.
I take my hands off the big gun that I had my hands on. As I see you do that, I'm like, okay. All right.
You look at each other. We've come so far. We've literally bled for Lysarian for what? Do we turn this control over? She'll have the entire gateway system for herself. Do we? And she looks over her shoulder, presumably at the rest of the crew. Do we do this? Or do we? And she just kind of looks at you, Destra, kind of looking for an answer, for a solution, as if you were one of the 2 beings of morality that could be on her shoulder. She looks worn down. They all look like they have been through some hell. Like this has not been an easy way to get in here. You've seen the destruction, and clearly it wasn't just Modron organic material out there. It's some of their own. They're beat down.
The ends that you're trying to meet here. Yes. Let us help you.
Helping us would mean Lysari has the most powerful reach of any person in the known galaxy. Across all the galaxies. These portals, and you look around, this is instant access to everywhere.
And Lysari is not going to use those for good things? Or...
The other 3, including the real Destra, laugh. She's a ruthless mercenary kingpin. And she is sitting at the head of the largest smuggling outfit in all of the Astral Sea. We were paid well. We've been working hard for her for a long time, but this just seems like too much for anyone to control, for any one person to hold forever. What do we do? Because she'll come. They'll come. They'll send more.
Whew, got yourself in a real tough spot.
I think we're in a position where we could help you escape without having accomplished your goal. Having you accomplish your goal. I think it seems that you're having second thoughts about agreeing to this deal.
Say we all just
I think
escape,
we could
go into hiding.
Yeah.
Did you come here to help the Siri? Or to work against her?
Oh no. We were to be paid handsomely. Have been paid handsomely.
Only way
You
I
must
can be
not-
paid.
Have all of our memories. DM, I liked that. Was good. I appreciate
Thank
that, Scott. Yeah. You remember back briefly to the video that you caught snippets of, and how she was giving you commands, that you're getting paid well, that the Crucible was a place that was going to allow them to have tremendous wealth and tremendous power, and how that they had figured out ways to get inserted, to get deeper than anyone else ever had, and this was going to be it. Because you all caught that video before it faded to static. Now, things didn't go quite as planned, but you can tell that they are having second thoughts. And if we leave, Destra responds, then this will be unguarded. If you go too, who remains here to keep this from happening again?
Can we blow this fucker up?
No idea.
If we can, that would be excellent, right? We just blow it all up. Blow it all to hell.
Yeah, why leave it here? It can be later recaptured.
I mean, you've been around in this galaxy longer than us, but unless it's serving some sort of very important function, it seems pretty dangerous to be left around.
If I think this is the path, who am I to tell myself no?
Well,
That's great. I really like that quote.
That's a good quote. And all of you, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Interesting thing to say.
that's
Not really what I
Saving
was
throw.
expecting.
Oh, no.
Oh no! Don't forget, you
Oh,
guys
I
have
think
I
bardic
have a heroic
inspiration.
I have a bardic.
Will
I
a
can
bardic
get
help a nat one?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I
actually,
rolled a 1
it
on my
will.
bardic.
Oh,
I
goodness.
could, oh no, I can't do Tides of Chaos.
I
guess I
did
can.
just give you all do have heroic, because you got another
There you
heroic
go.
just a bit ago.
Yeah, that's right.
'Kay.
I gotta reroll.
Come on. Oh! What is going on? I rolled another at 20.
So 2 nat 20s.
What?
20s, nice.
With
I also have a nat,
with the
yeah.
advantage on that.
Wow.
I gotta check. I've used this dice forever. This is not an old dice. This is my cheese dice. I've used this countless times, and it's
So you really
never rolled
cheesing
like
your
this
results,
for
it
me.
appears.
I am.
Well, I got a 16, so that's better than a 1.
Okay. Brimble's done the worst with a 14.
Okay, so let's go from the top. Destra, what'd you get?
I got a nat 20, but I don't have my saving throw for Constitution written down.
It's a +6.
So that's a 26?
That's insane. Loa, what did you get?
16. I used my bardic.
Okay, you have a +6 to that con save.
That was with the modifier. That was my
Okay, so
whole
16.
deal.
All right.
Yeah.
Bell.
24.
All right, and Brimble.
I rolled a 12 for a 14, I think.
Okay. All of you suddenly feel the synaptic snap as the network has finally come back online and the protocols and memories come back in, but your autonomy remains. You can now hear and see a little bit more of the ship and see your purpose in it, and beyond just the ship, the purpose of the Crucible itself and the ancient obsidian dragon sitting at the core of this entire vessel, slowly rocking and controlling the portals as the tantamount and pinnacle of knowledge of the known astral sea and the repositories being held here. There is an infinite number of worlds to explore and an infinite number of ways to protect, but it's a knowledge that should be accessible to all. And no one person should control it.
Before we do decide what we're going to do, if we are going to leave and stay together, if we could make our way to the cinema, there's an excellent old movie called The Prestige. I think we have an ample opportunity to do something incredible out there with some magic. I know it sounds crazy, but if we would like to just take a pause, it's a fantastic film, but we have a rare opportunity to capitalize on something like that. If we could. No takers.
No.
All right. Well, I suppose.
I mean, I'd love to watch
I can
it.
tell you. I'll tell you about
Yeah,
it.
I'd love to watch it later, but probably not right now.
Based on what the four originals are concerned about, are we intuiting that they that's obviously, so it's like this would be a tragedy to lose if we just blew it up, but does it need protecting? If will just the next crew
that's what
be
you
sent?
feel like. It could be protecting, but that those who chose to protect it, as you kind of got this synaptic network connection again that's finally back online, you recognize that protecting it also means that those who protect it get access to essentially explore everything and everywhere at your whim. But that, yes, protecting it has the honor and duty bound, but then there's also tremendous benefits.
Can I think Loah's gonna have a flashback as everything comes online and he's hit with more of his supposed memories, and back in that lab there's the wall of these eggs in a containment little area behind glass, and he's looking at the eggs, and next to the long pane of glass is a screen on the wall, and on that screen is his picture and his biometrics, all of Loah's stuff. And he stands there, and the scientist was in that room, kind of puts an arm on his shoulder, and he's hit with this full memory of his Yuan-Ti culture. They modify themselves, but then they use DNA splicing to improve their offspring, and they select certain individuals to contribute to the eggs, and he's had the honor of using his own DNA and body to further his culture, and in doing so realizing that being duplicated by some outside science that's not part of what's there, basically religion, makes him sort of an abomination. And he kind of comes back, and if I can play the original Loah for a second as well, OG Loah looks at him and is just you couldn't have known, you can't be at fault. And they just kind of weirdly acknowledge each other on a level that everyone else isn't sure what just clicked there. But new Loah is kind of processing that he could be an actual abomination according to his religion, but he didn't choose that, and he'll just turn to the group and say I can stay. I think I should be here.
The other Loah reaches out, almost like he's going to clasp forearms with you. Loah, do you do the same?
Yeah, and then we shock each other, static shock, because we click an implant accidentally, and we're not really used to that.
Love it. Destra, go ahead.
Destra, also gaining who she is, where she comes from, realizes she didn't come from much. She's a street urchin from an overpopulated city that did not pay no mention to her growing up, and did various things to survive. And then getting older, those things became mercenary, got to get money, got to take care of yourself. And she was hoping that this job would get her enough money to bring herself a better fortune of life, maybe get off the streets and go somewhere new. So having that come back to her, she looks at real Destra and says, "Got your payment. Are you going to move away from all this?" find that life that's less fast-paced. I mean, I've got nothing to go back to. I could just stay here.
Destra smiles at you. We've been working and running for so long. Maybe it's time to stand for something that matters and not for something that just pays for another meal or another shower or another bed to sleep in. I think I can stay. And she reaches into her bag and pulls out a very strange looking device that has got organic bits and tubes and wires and flashing bits, and she drops it on the ground and she raises her foot as if to stomp it, and the real Belle holds out a wing just for a moment and looks at Belle. A wise teacher once said, "We can't change the yesterday, and we must live in the now. But we can change the future. You know me, as no one else can. We have not always made the best choices, but I'm ready to make better ones, if you will help."
Yes, I think it's time for me to find out who I am. And, I suppose, yes, we can go together, if that's, what you're offering.
I'm not sure how Aarakocra smiles, but whatever the equivalent expression would be with a beaked face, he does and nods in assent, and there is a recognition of almost like a fraternity that he gives you. Foot posed over this device as the real Destra is ready to crunch down on it. Real Brimble looks at her, she looks at him, and then Brimble looks at Brimble.
Okay. I think, so the vibe I'm getting right now is Loah and Destra are offering to stay here and like protect this place from the next intruders. I think that Brimble, as his memories come to him, Brimble's a person who, ever since his like order was attacked and he almost became a paladin until at the last minute deciding to become, of course, a College of Dance bard. He's been sort of running away from life and chasing the party for his life until he met Barbara. And he took this job specifically to try to get some money so they could settle down on like a nice planet and live a quieter life together. But part of Brimble inside is still that party animal who wants to explore the cosmos with all this. So he almost has kind of an out a little bit, even though he loves Barbara. You know, he's got that bachelor inside of him. So he looks at the other Brimble and he just is like, Barbara wouldn't want you to do this. You've got the money. Go settle down. And I'll keep this place safe.
Brimble looks at you and he nods and he says, "I did pick up one thing that Lisseri doesn't know about."
Mm-hmm.
And as he says that, Destra's foot comes down hard on the device and it explodes. And as it's breaking and sparking, you see Brimble pulling out a small watch and he's putting it on his wrist. And as he puts it on his wrist, his form shifts and changes, looking surprisingly like Boreal.
Ah.
From all corners of Talltale Tavern, slipping from beneath bookcases, drifting out from between couch cushions, and soaring, rather alarmingly, from the pockets of several startled patrons, sheets of shimmering cotton paper take to the air in a glittering swirl of golden magical dust. There, coalescing from some ethereal plane of lore and magic, a beautifully bound tome appears, hovering in the center of the tavern, its leather cover marbled in deep green and blue, and as the pages gather themselves, words embossing across them in flowing script. Then, in a final flourish, Memories Not Included is stamped in iridescent blue across the binding and cover. Everyone in the room had turned to watch the glorious display of the storykeeper's craft. This captivating capstone to every Talltale story is suddenly and rudely interrupted when the saloon doors burst open. 8 distressingly well-armed and armored figures in the distinctive brown of Auntie Marm's shipping march into the tavern, their eyes hidden behind tempered reflective glass. The only visible skin is their mouths, each set in a grim line that matches the hard readiness of the pulse rifle carbines in their hands. Shocking though that interruption is, what catches Nambi more off guard is the young human boy now sitting quietly beside her on a bar stool. He could not have been more than 10 years old. He is just slightly taller than her, wearing a distinctive and very familiar newsboy cap, and holding a knowing, tipsy smile over a deeply concerning number of empty ale mugs. The Auntie Marm's security detail sweeps the room in silence and with great purpose, seemingly oblivious to the magical tome that has come to rest on a bookshelf just after midnight at the museum and the death of magic. Then, like a steady breeze clearing a foul smell, they back out one by one and continue into the hall without a word, leaving a somewhat stunned and puzzled clientele behind. The boy pours himself off the bar stool in a manner that suggests he is trying hard not to act drunk and failing miserably. He wobbles towards the slowly settling saloon doors, then pauses to glance back over his shoulder at Nambi with a wink and a nod. Well, sister, that's the truth behind the gateways. I figured this would be the safest place for that information to rest. Turns out, some folk don't like it when the truth about their business gets known. Auntie Marm, lost big, and now we have some active guardians keeping it open. As for me, well, I've got a transport to catch. Then he steps out into the hall, turning with great purpose in precisely the opposite direction from the security detail, and stumbles slightly over nothing before catching himself and skipping away down the corridor.
All right.
Nambi thinks as her tangled thoughts try desperately to arrange themselves into some usable order.
This is exactly the sort of thing Mtiro lives for. I'm going back to Daggerbird and he can deal with these shenanigans.
And thus concludes Memories Not Included.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Whose kid is this?
Was awesome.
Is Kitty ever going to play an adventure on this podcast again where she doesn't find out that she's actually a doppelganger of the character that she's created? That's what I want to know.
Was not intentional. My apologies,
that's
Kitty.
so funny.
That's amazing.
Awesome, though.
What do you mean? What do you mean not intentional?
It's not. Well, it wasn't. I don't think he thought
yes,
about how
yes,
you.
the cyber one,
No.
cyber one.
Yeah.
This
No,
is your life,
yeah.
Kitty. You are always just not really the person you think you are.
Oh, amazing.
That was
Am I?
awesome. I love that reveal. Love the way that felt.
was so
so cool. Amazing. Well, thank you to all the players this week, Scott, Bones, Kitty, and then thank you to our DM Ryan for that. That was
Thanks,
amazing.
DM.
I didn't have it. It seems like it's great to listen to hear what you said, bringing back all the details there, like just listening to the the name of the unit and like the Modrons just talking to us the whole time, like we were part of the ship and us not realizing that at all.
Yeah.
So fun. We'll talk more about that on the Chaser episode. But everyone's socials can be found in the description. Video of this episode is available on Spotify as well as YouTube. Follow us at Talltale Tavern Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. If you like us, give us one of those good 5-star reviews. Join our Discord too. Thank you to Tyler Adelsperger for our intro music. Thank you to Tal for our artwork. Our Discord is where you can ask questions for the Chaser, and we will answer them. And with that, we will see you next time at the Talltale Tavern.
Look, I'm going to level with you folks. It's Tuesday evening. I'm scrambling to get this episode posted in time, so let's speedrun this patron. Thank you to our VIPs, Zombie Cooper, Dan, Kitty, Becca, Brooke, and Landy, and of course to our bottle service crew, Mech, Mav, Andy, Rue, Elder, and Zombie Doc. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.